I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony, and we're back live in New York.
Pay attention, they spark controversy.
Fuck you!
Being able to do the show we want to do.
Hold on tight, kid.
Jesus fucking Christ!
One of the biggest fines in FCC history is slapped against Opie and Anthony.
You got a couple of great guys over there.
Opie and Anthony have cost their bosses a lot of money.
Yay, beer!
Pulled a sex stunt at St. Patrick's Cathedral back in 2002. We've learned our lesson, right?
Yeah, we have. We've learned our lesson.
We're reckless, arrogant, stupid dicks.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party.
Get your cock out.
You know the Holocaust?
Uh-huh.
Picture the exact opposite of that.
Wow, that's really nice.
That's just too good to be true for most people.
Do you realize who you hired?
Beautiful girls, violent.
What kind of sick mind operates like that?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Hello, fuckface.
And that's how we begin another week of broadcasting. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to the Opie and Anthony program.
Morning. Ding.
Spreading across America thanks to XM Satellite Radio. Oh, yeah, it's a virus. It's the O&A virus. And I think everyone's a little sleepy today.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
The Mondays.
Shut up.
Shut up. Oh,
Yes.
my God. I don't think we have figured out the face transplant yet.
We're working on it. Well, you kind of got she got a Billy Idol thing going with her lip a little.
She looks like Hillary Clinton with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
You get that stupid...
There you go.
That is just creepy to know that face was on somebody else before you. First look at face transplant woman. Breaking news. Does the mouth move?
No. It's awful.
It kind of just goes... You ever see a horse's lip when you have an apple in your hand and they're going for it? That lip goes like... first. That's kind of what a lip does.
That's all it does?
Yeah, but considering what it was like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a miracle. She was apparently some kind of real drug addict, and she had done some drugs and passed out on the floor of her home. And when this happened, what are the odds that your dog comes over and eats your face? The dog, her own dog, ate her face when she was passed out from drugs. So you got to be really fucking... I've been in some states over drinking where, it's taken a few shakes to get me up. But if a dog starts dining on your face, you're probably going to wake up. She must have really been out of it. I'm thinking maybe some vomit was involved.
Well, the dog must have been really hungry, too. It looks like she wasn't feeding this dog.
She probably didn't feed the dog. She passes out on the floor and probably vomits a little bit, so the dog starts out on that. I'm just speculating, but, because why would a dog just dig right into your face? Probably a little vomit, a little tasty for the dog. He gets done with the vomit, and what are you going to do? Maybe there's some more in there.
And all the time she had to get up at 6 in the morning and stand in the rain while this thing shit into a bush.
Right.
And how does it repay her? Instead of barking for help like Lassie, it eats her face. Lazy dog.
So, I don't know, after a while, they figured they'd try to give old Gravy Train Face a face transplant. And it worked so far.
Well, they said it worked, but...
They're considering what it was.
Yeah, but they're not sure if it's going to just start rotting off her face.
Well, that's true. They had a couple of rejection problems already, but then they give her the drugs and the steroids, and that's kind of stopped that from happening. But there's nerve problems, like her lips don't quite move right, so they got to do that. You got to start somewhere, I guess.
It's the first one.
It's the first one.
We'll figure that out, too.
You know what the first car was like?
Right.
Oh, gee, no air conditioning. No I think they steered it with like a handle. Wasn't a steering wheel. Takes a little while.
Screw that. What about the first radio show?
Right. Hello. Are we on? That's pretty much it.
Right.
What do you, and who are you talking to? Nobody.
Nobody. Because no one had radios yet. You
And they
silly
figure
goose.
it out. Everything takes a little time.
All right,
I want to have a face transplant. I want to have Opie's face put on mine, and then
Is
just go to
that
the
it?
bank and make a big withdrawal. Then have my face put back.
Jimmy Norton.
Just have my ex-wife, her face put on, make a big withdrawal. My account. I'll send you checks every few months.
Let's go all the way over there and
Oh,
say hi
where?
to Tony in Vancouver.
Ooh.
He's way over there. Tony,
Hey,
what's up?
yeah, I saw Jimmy on 2020 Friday night, and then I...
Well, you must have had a freeze frame on your
I know.
TiVo.
2020 could go suck our dicks. Holy
well,
crap, they wrecked our show Monday. Now we can say it. 2020 wrecked our show last Monday.
It was very distracting to have. It's very distracting to have anybody come in here with a camera crew.
We don't
ever.
We don't give a shit if there's 20, 30 people in the studio as we're trying to broadcast, because we know those people are into what we're doing. They're going to react to what we're doing. But then when you get a camera crew like 2020 and they're just staring, making sure the lights are right, making sure they're getting the right shots, not paying attention to actually what we're doing, it's very distracting.
Yep. And any camera crew coming in here is distracting, but for the most part, they're in and out in the most an hour. They come in for an hour, they ruin the show, whatever, be distracting, but then they're gone. They were here for the entire program, beginning to end, and used nothing.
They used nothing from the studio. And then Jimmy had to spend the rest of the day with 2020, right? Yep. That was another 3 or 4 hours easily, right?
Yep.
And they used Jimmy on the street in the rude piece for 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
My guess is that somebody saw it and said, wait a minute, these guys? I bet you the only reason they even left me in at all was because they'd already shot it and they had a deadline. I bet they could have even reshot my stuff. They probably didn't realize my association with the program after...
Jimmy's thinking this is payback from the assault on the media campaign.
You think?
Okay.
Yeah, well,
absolutely.
because we fucked with ABC pretty bad.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The assault on the O&A show?
I think they're getting
where
us
the
back.
news comes in and fucks with us during our 4-hour show. That was a long assault on the O&A show.
I'll tell you why I think they're getting us back, because like you said, they filmed us for 4 hours. It was about rudeness and cursing. And here they are filming satellite radio where you're allowed to curse openly, which would be perfect for the story, saying,
very rude.
You know, rudeness in America has gotten so bad that now you could listen to people cursing and being rude on your radio show, right? So they don't use any of it, even like just basic setups and you cursing and what have you. So they blow us off even though they have 4 hours of brand new, up-to-the-minute footage. And what do? They play a clip of Howard Stern from 7 years ago.
And they did show the meter like you said they
Right.
would.
Right.
Oh, yeah, the VU meters are always shown.
So that makes me think there was something going on behind the scenes, because they had a dig to go get an old clip of Howard like 7, 8 years ago when they had fresh video of us doing our thing cursing.
Yeah.
Which was perfect for the piece.
Then they didn't use it.
I don't think it was the guys that were in here. I think probably one of their bosses probably saw it and went, aha.
Well, no, these guys had nothing to do with that.
They're soldiers.
But we're not stupid. Something went down after they left here and went into the editing room. So
that was such a non-story. Like it was such a nothing piece. I didn't get it, and it seemed like what they had was a bunch of these similar pieces done by different producers and everything all over different parts of the world, really, and just kind of found some common thread to throw them all together with B-roll that they did maybe from other stories. Because they had a Japan. Who's going to take this story, this nothing story, and kind of send a whole crew to Japan to do that? I think they had people in Japan and, were doing another story and got some footage of some Japanese youth dressing ridiculously, by the way. What is going on over there?
They're bored.
And then they had,
they're bored.
They had some Japanese Miss Manners teaching manners from the 1600s, the Ming Dynasty of manners, how to sit on a pillow, eat with chopsticks.
Yeah.
And then they had the youth of Japan running around, smoking in the street, drinking coffee in the street, which apparently is taboo.
Really?
Over there. They get a bunch of Starbucks going up, and the youth of Japan is going around with these Starbucks cups on their way to work and stuff, and the elders are very upset by this because it's rude. It's not something they do in their culture. Eat in the streets. You're not supposed to take like McDonald's or something out into the street and eat. A lot of rules over there. There was a whole controversy. Some woman, older woman, pointed out that a younger girl was putting makeup on the train platform and got into a scuffle with her. And the younger woman pushed her into the side of a moving train. And she died. That was like a big story. More so that she was putting the makeup on and this whole cultural difference.
But I'll bet she never put makeup on that way again, did she? You know, for all the harshness, she was taught a lesson.
Well, she was the one that pushed the old lady into the train, so she could still put makeup on.
Yeah.
The old lady ain't putting nothing on.
Oh, I stand corrected then. The old lady got her comeuppance.
Her comeuppance.
Mind your business, you old bag.
Busybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Tony, you started this boring conversation.
It really is awful.
I want to thank you for calling the program, Tony.
All right.
Did you have a comment about
that's
Jimmy
what kind
on
of a
2020?
dull fucking story that 2020 was. You can't even make something of it on the radio.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying in general it was like, who
that way.
cares? Tony!
I think everybody's missing, by the way, the fact that my acting as the interviewer, you thought it was an interview.
You
was not an interview. It's Norton. Oh,
yeah, it wasn't
Jimmy?
too obvious that something was going on, that you were trying to hoodwink people.
Yeah, there's.
And then they had the nerve to say most people were too scared to, ran away. Of course, look what you look like.
What was with the glasses?
The glasses.
Whose idea was that?
Were not believable.
Huh?
There was a camera in them.
They never used that camera shot.
There was a camera in them. Those were
Good
a mounted
thing.
camera, unless they had problems with the audio of the camera. But I was actually looking right at people, and it was perfect video.
Yeah.
That's why I had those on. It was a camera inside of them.
Perfect video,
Good
but
thing
the
that they
glasses
used
looked
some.
awful.
We only got a couple people that were offended. Most were not.
Tony?
Yeah.
Once again, do you have anything on this?
Yeah, well, there was obviously nothing going on with 2020, so I flipped over to Dayline, and Jimmy, there you were on their Catching a Child Predator special.
By the way,
said I was getting arrested. That would have been funny.
I know.
You goose.
By the way, we have 38 tracks from that Dateline special.
I gotta say, I kind of did chuckle because one guy that walked in, I was like, oh my God, it looks like Jimmy. There was just some guy with similar features that walked into the house.
If somebody walks in and as the cops are arresting him, plugs their gig.
Yeah.
But we have 38 tracks. Nathaniel comes up to me and goes, we have 38 tracks on this Predator thing from Dateline. I go, can you cut it down? Because, we're trying to get to more material on this program.
Yeah.
He goes, tell you the truth, man, all 38 are great.
It's great.
I'm like,
watched it.
All right.
I watched it beginning to end, and when an hour was up, I saw like it was creeping up on, I guess it started at 8, and it was creeping up on 8:50, 8:55, and I was bummed because I thought it was over. And then I was like, oh, my God, it's 2 hours. Joy.
Happy joy.
It was such an They have a hit on their hands. They could do this every week. It could just be a reality show.
I think they got about 10 of those in the can, by the way.
They got it. This was 3.
They knew they were onto something. I bet you they filmed a lot of them.
And they've gotten more pedophiles this time than they got last time. They captured over 50 of these pedophiles going into this one house over the course of 3 days. This time the police were involved because last time a lot of people were frustrated that it was just Dateline.
Right.
So these kid touchers would walk in, they'd talk to them, they'd leave, and they're gone.
Well, they would finally say, you're free to go.
Yeah.
And they would just run out of there and they were done.
Never
to be seen again, most of them.
They're filming so many of these guys are actually molesting kids now to get their SAG cards.
Oh, my God. Get their credits up.
Whatever gets you your SAG card.
Been seen on Dateline.
Did you see me on Dateline?
Yeah, then seen on Dateline.
Got to put together your little resume and tape.
They're actually more impressive performances than Voss's Lenny Bruce. I'd rather get busted in the kitchen.
Less offensive.
Yeah, I like your theory. With all the coverage we got for that dumb Sex for Sam thing, man, we have some impressive resumes.
Yes, we do.
We've appeared on many national TV programs.
Yes.
I'm getting a Diet Coke. Come on in.
Right. All right, we'll get to that in a little while.
Yeah, it was really good.
Back it up. We got the audio of Jim Norton from 2020. Here's old Jimmy Norton on 2020 this past Friday.
These days, however, many of the comedians seem to believe that they have to add X-rated language.
I'm sorry if I said...
These days?
These days.
These days, comedians have to pepper it up with the language?
What is it?
These days?
75?
Yeah. And that was
Like
Todd
it's-
Lynn.
I just went to see a Lenny Bruce play, and the whole thing there was that he got, arrested for saying cocksucker.
Yeah.
It's not these days, Stossel. He is so fucking out of touch, that guy. John Stossel thinks he's a know-it-all.
Yeah.
These days, comedians are peppering their act with language?
Are
you kidding me?
These days, however, many of the comedians seem to believe that they have to add X-rated language.
I'm sorry, if I said a lot, I meant to.
It's routine now in comedy clubs.
Holy shit.
It's routine now.
Someone has to call this guy out on this.
Like it's a brand new thing.
Like Richard Pryor wasn't doing that. George Carlin wasn't doing that. Andrew Dice Clay wasn't doing that. Red Fox.
Talking the early 70s and stuff. Red Fox tearing it up.
These days?
These days.
When I first started in 1990, you didn't say damn on a stage.
We couldn't even say water closet. Remember that old gag? You couldn't say water closet on national television.
That's right. You had to tell your mother you were going to go drop a deuce.
Right. You got to go to the shitter.
Mom,
Mr. Parr.
I got to bring the Cosby kids to the pool. Everyone knew what it meant.
These days, all right.
These days.
I guess everyone was doing Seinfeld's act until these days.
These days, however, many of the comedians seem to believe that they have to add X-rated language.
I'm sorry, if I said a lot, I meant to.
It's routine now in comedy clubs.
If we make fun of you, we're just kidding, right? Because you don't call a whore. Right, princess? Okay.
People laugh, but shouldn't they be outraged by the coarse language?
Yes.
The club let me ask them about that.
You're here at a comedy club. It's kind of rude what they're saying.
Hold on. When he was on stage at the comedy club, he's holding the mic. He was out of that reporter persona.
Yeah.
And trying his best to fit in as one of the guys.
Yeah.
Like he was loose working the crowd. It wasn't standing up there and going, you, sir. He's leaning over, talking to the people like he was working the crowd as a comic.
Sleeves rolled up?
Yeah, his shirt sleeves all rolled up. I'm ready for some business. You know, I could do this. I think I got a calling in comedy. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Shut up.
Stuffed shirt.
You're here at a comedy club. It's kind of rude what they're saying?
No.
Why not? They're saying all the time.
It's funny.
Another non-story.
You'd be surprised.
He's shocked that she's not offended by the language. Well, at a comedy club.
2020 should have done this because, it's not like there's anything going on with the Muslims over a cartoon. So it's kind of good that they do the whole thing on, did you get offended at Stand Up New York?
And in all fairness, the cartoon thing happened after they taped this special.
Right.
Jimmy.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you have to go back to the editing room.
I would love to know.
You're right, though. It's.
And I found out with all the credits that rolled after how many people it took to throw this together. Just hundreds and hundreds of people, producers and their little interns and everything, for nothing.
We still haven't got to Jimmy's part, by the way.
Oh.
And there's only 58 seconds left in the clip.
I look like a reporter. I mean, you'd think that I was asking questions.
When you come in here, you expect to hear some of that, so it's not offensive. But if I'm in the grocery store...
Right. Context matters. How would you feel if on the street a survey taker came up to you and asked...
Like a lot of people feel it was up what the president did. Do you feel that President Bush overstepped his boundaries? Because everybody that walks by is 90, so I'd like to get a couple of younger people.
The questioner is actually comedian Jim Norton, who on this day is pretending to be taking a survey on current events like the war. He sprinkled his questions with curse words so we could gauge people's reactions.
Do you see any end in sight, or is this thing going to drag on forever?
We were surprised that most people were not offended.
I wasn't offended because I actually come from a family that uses a lot of cursing.
Some picked up his curses in their answers.
Do you think Saddam Hussein is going to be able to get a fair trial, or is that going to be a storm? It's going to be a storm.
Only a few were repulsed.
You didn't want to hang out with him. You wanted to get away as quickly as possible.
She was running
Not by the language. Repulsed by Jimmy Norton.
And I wasn't starting off with cursing. I would ask actually a legitimate question. Can I ask you a couple of questions about the war?
You got to do that.
And some of them were like, where are you from? I'm like, St. John's. Oh. They all thought it was legitimate until they got...
And John Stossel's like, and they even answered by cursing back at him. No, they were giving one of the two answers you gave him.
That was one. I actually asked like a lot of different questions.
Yeah.
That was one woman who actually answered me back, but she wanted to talk. She just wanted her opinion heard. She had no idea she was being filmed.
Yeah. And she just repeated what you said. If it's going to be a shitstorm, and she goes, yeah, it's going to be a shitstorm.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Wait,
congratulations to Jimmy.
Is that all?
That was it. Well, you didn't see the piece?
No, I did.
You
I was
certainly
hoping there
did.
was something wrong with my TiVo. Like, I must have skipped over that big hunk.
You taped it and everything.
Yeah.
That's all saved on your DVR.
It won't be
you got
for
the
long.
TiVo.
That's
yeah,
nice.
people were sending files of it on the message boards, and it was they were like some of the smallest video files I've ever received. Here's Jimmy. I'm like, what's this? It's 1K.
I'm on a dial-up, and it took 5 seconds to download.
By the way, you nailed it on Friday. You said they wouldn't use any of the studio footage.
Yeah, you could just tell.
I said they were going to use like 5 seconds just for a quick
No,
setup.
not even the pan of the Opie and
Nothing.
Anthony sign.
Nothing.
And then over to Jimmy. And
Well, I guess they got us back. Oh, well.
You got us.
You got us back for the assault on the media thing.
I think that had something to do with it.
I think you're right, Jimmy. Let's say hi to Bill in Cleveland. Bill, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Opie?
What's up?
Hey, are you guys still doing American Mess this Friday?
Well, we did it last Friday, but no one showed up. And we had a few people that promised us they were bringing people by.
Well, I will promise that I am bringing a schizophrenic person by.
Is he one of those schizos that are always schizo, or
Well, he's a schizophrenic comedian. He's very funny. He's very funny.
What's with all these nuts being comics?
A schizophrenic comedian? What do you mean?
Like, he does stand-up.
I know what a comedian means, sir. I mean,
Yeah.
it was the other part that I was asking you about. Where you mean alone or in clubs, sir? Explain this.
Is his name Tracy Morgan? Because I saw Tracy Morgan on Saturday night at Caroline's, and I think he's losing it. I think he's schizo.
Really?
Holy shit.
What happened?
I talked to him after the show, and he's cool with us and stuff. He just felt like he couldn't compete with guys getting stung in the ball bags.
It's not a matter of competing. It's just kind of hanging.
I thought that was perfect material to play off, but considering the act I saw on Saturday night, it's right down his alley of what he's doing these days.
Really?
He was really funny in the beginning. He had some great like airplane stuff that's a little different than what other guys are doing with the whole terrorist thing. And then he went as dirty as I've seen in many, many years. Just as blue and in the gutter as possible. To the point where there's white chicks in the front row and stuff. And he goes to one girl, he goes, "Hey, you ever see a black man's pubes?" And you think, oh, that's kind of funny. Then he pulls his pants down to show his black pubes to this chick. And then he starts like kind of like kissing another one on her neck and stuff, trying to turn her on. And then goes, "Hey, I got your nipples hard." It was just like, what?
So he does his act up until he's out of act, and then he sexually assaults the crowd. Is that
Well, I don't know. I enjoyed about 20 minutes out of the hour.
Is this intern wearing camera glasses?
Are you like doing an undercover report?
That's kind of
Yes.
kind of looks like Jimmy glasses there.
It's an expose. Nerds in radio.
Ben glasses.
What's that?
It's sort of like Ben glasses, don't you think?
Yeah, a little bit, but they're
more like
a
what
little...
Jimmy was wearing on Friday's 2020 piece.
On Friday. Well, thank God we asked you to sit down.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not too uncomfortable
Why
now.
are you fighting with Larry the Cable Guy?
Because he sucks.
Dude, you really didn't need to sit down, trust me.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
you might want to stand back
All
up.
right, be good.
All right.
Be good.
What's your name?
Sean.
All right, goodbye.
Sean.
He's been working here about 3 or 4 weeks, and he's thinking this is his moment. He thought that was your moment.
That was it. That was
like,
the moment that turns you into Than or Danny or
Sean,
Travis or Derek.
It's just a quick question. He's like, oh, my God, here it is.
Here it
I
is. Sit down.
I'm being discovered.
Talking about my glasses. Now I sit in the seat. Pull the mic down.
I went from getting breakfast for the boys and coffee for the boys to a part of the show. Here
Notice
it is.
Most of the guys come in and they stand there.
Right.
Don't even sit during their first appearance.
He probably played
on
that
mic.
moment out in his head many, many nights.
What's it
at
going to be
home.
like? What am I going to be called in for? I'll sit down. I'll look comfortable. I won't look nervous. Stand up. Get out.
Get out.
Right. Stop trying to be interesting. Beat it.
Right.
One more sugar.
Right.
Comment on your glasses, sir.
Anyway, Bill, Cleveland, the American Mess will happen once again this Friday. But if you're going to come down, you know, you got to. If you're going to promise you're coming down, you got to come down.
Yeah.
I will. I told we'll be there.
And what's so weird about this guy?
He's just a really odd guy. He's a gambler. He spends all his money. He won like $50,000 in the lottery, and then he spent all of it within like 6 months. He's just a mess. He's a mess of a person. He got hit by a car, and that's how he became a schizophrenic. His parents locked him up because he wanted to call in radio shows.
My Name is Earl plot.
His parents locked him up because he wanted to call in radio shows?
Yeah, because he has a sense of humor about his disability, and his parents thought that was disgusting and sick, so they put him in a...
Are you driving from Cleveland?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you have the guy call beforehand?
Yeah, let's get him on the phone.
We'll
and
decide
do a
if it's worth the ride.
All righty.
Yeah.
Have him call the show later today.
Tell him we have Sudoku questions, sir.
All right.
All right. Let's go to Dave in New York. Dave, what's up?
Well, I just want to let you guys know that you made that guy just famous right there.
Why?
Because you made a nice little point out of him.
Why is he famous now?
Because you made a little scene out of this guy. Come on, guys.
Oh, he's a caller from Cleveland.
I forgot all about that guy already.
No, not that guy.
Who?
The guy with the glasses.
Oh, the intern?
There you go.
Yeah, the intern. You gave him his 5 minutes of fame.
Do you know something? I've already forgotten his name. I'll be honest. Was it Scott?
Sean.
Oh, okay.
Sean?
Yeah.
Was it really
swear
Sean?
to you,
So.
I already... How many seconds passed? It could be measured in seconds. I forgot his name.
I was going to bet you if you knew his name.
No.
That was an easy bet.
No.
Because of you guys, I'm going to remember that intern.
All right, his name is Sean.
Yeah.
I knew it was an S. He'll be Steve.
All right.
Exactly.
I have no idea.
Hey, Spiro.
All right, guys, punch it out.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Nova Scotia. It's always fun to talk to Nova Scotia.
Ooh. Brr.
Ian, what's up?
Nova Scotia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, I guess it's back there on the program, but I thought it was priceless that after every pervert that he talked to, he would use the term, "You're free to go," only to fucking go out and get arrested. I mean, the joy, fear factor must be just fucking priceless.
Yeah, the reporter's a sick fuck, too, because he's like, you're free to go.
Yeah.
You know, and then the relief the predator is feeling like, oh, this is all it is?
That
Okay.
could have been bad.
All right, I know I'm going to be on a national show. It's video and stuff, but at least I'm not going to jail. Okay, I can deal with this. I'll come up with some crazy excuse for my family and friends. Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, thank God. He walks out of the house. Nah, sorry.
Oh, no. Who are these guys?
Right.
Maybe they're here for someone else.
We're going to get into that audio in a little while, too.
Well, guys, take it easy.
Thank you, Ian. Just kind of warming up here. Well, I guess we got to talk about the Super Bowl. Oh, there's the Rolling Stones. They were terrific at halftime.
Yeah. What a shock they started with "Start Me Up."
Hey,
I had a little Super Bowl party at my crib, and
I want to know how that went.
Little was the good word.
And Jimmy
you entertained.
And just before the Stones hit the stage, Jimmy's like, "If they fucking play "Start Me Up," I'm throwing beer bottles through your TV."
Oh shit!
And I'm like, "But Jimmy, you don't drink." And he goes, "Exactly."
That's how angry.
I like the Stones. But do you have to do every fucking... It's not one of their best songs. I'm sorry. It's not.
It's a big hit.
It's their biggest hit ever.
But you know what? Which is ridiculous. Mama's Little Helper is a much better song.
Or
Mother's Little Helper. Yeah, whatever.
But Jimmy...
That's the hip-hop version.
Yeah.
But you got to understand they're not going to do any of those songs for halftime at the Super Bowl.
Well, the hip-hop version of Mama's Little Helper, Little Helper's the government. No, why not? They could do that. They're the Stones. They can do whatever they want.
It's the fucking Super Bowl, and it's the new Super Bowl where everything has to be beyond safe.
Everything's safe. They put them on a delay.
Thank you, FCC, and thank you, government. We're all safer because you're watching out for us.
Everything's safe. The performance, safe. The commercials, safe. People used to talk about the commercials a lot more than they do these days. Now it was just, they stink.
They were like average, good commercials. You know what I mean?
You see them on TV all
every once in a while,
year.
just during regular TV viewing, you see a commercial like, oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, get a little chuckle.
That's what we had last night. Nothing that really stands out where you're talking about it over and over today.
One funny one, and they had to ruin it at the end.
Yeah, we were yelling and screaming at the party.
Which one?
The one where they're playing touch football, and the girl gets creamed.
She gets tackled brutally by her boyfriend, and he taunts her. It was really funny.
It was really funny, and we're like, yes, very cool. This is the type of commercial you want to see on Super Bowl Sunday. And then the end of the commercial, he's sitting at the bar, like bragging more or less with his beer. Was it a beer commercial? I don't even know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she comes out of nowhere and tackles him back. It's like, why?
She had to get him back because you had to show that the lady wins.
She was empowered in that moment.
Fucking awful. It was really great when he tackled her. That was like a Darryl Stingley type tackle. You know, she should have been shit into a bag for the rest of her life after he fucking hit her like that. It was so nice to finally see. Because there's always guys getting hurt in commercials, and they should be. It's funny to watch people get hurt in a commercial.
Yeah.
But God forbid it's a broad.
But why does it always have to be PC in the end when they attempt to be a little edgy?
Because our country stinks.
And I turned right around to Jimmy because I knew. I'm like, look, they had to go there. They couldn't just keep it as it was, her just getting smeared, which made a very, very funny commercial.
Well, they also had to show that she was okay. Let's show she's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, because somebody might think that she's really hurt.
Yeah, she could be laid up in a hospital while this guy, this insensitive man, is drinking.
I'll guarantee you one dummy mentioned domestic violence. Well, alcohol and violence against a woman, I don't know if I like that in a commercial. Well, how about if we show her tackling him back?
Hey.
Good. That works. She's okay.
Let's go to Mr. Motherfucker from whackbag.com.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, how fucked up is it that the Rolling Stones are considered the safe act these days?
It's not really fucked up, though. They've been around for 40-some-odd years now.
Yeah.
The performance was good.
You know what was creepy? When they came out and said, we could have performed this next song at the first Super Bowl, I'm like, holy shit.
Wow.
Because you see the footage of the first Super Bowl, and that seems like a million years ago now, right?
Too much fucking perspective.
And it was Satisfaction. Mick Jagger says, we could have played this at the first Super Bowl. And the song actually came out a year before the first Super Bowl.
Did it?
Wow.
And we just celebrated the 40th Super Bowl. That's fucked up.
First Super Bowl, no leather helmets in that one, right? No? The GIF wasn't running around with a leather helmet.
But Ben was all excited that the Rolling Stones got the nod for this, for the halftime show. And I'm like, why are you excited? They're going to play Start Me Up, Satisfaction.
And they did what?
Maybe Brown Sugar.
No,
they didn't do that one. Then they did some crappy song from their new album, and it was done.
Nobody wanted to hear that new song.
No.
And
where's Ben?
I don't know. Where is Ben?
Nothing sounds good in that atmosphere.
Ben was texting us with just nonsense.
Well, that's what he does.
At one point, he just texts us and goes, Jay Moore, 2 commercials already. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, watching it.
Yeah.
First of all, that song, The Paper's Wrong. Satisfaction came out in 64, not 67 or whatever.
What was the first Super Bowl?
It was
dude. They were right. They said the song came out a year before the first Super Bowl. So that would have put it at like 65, 64.
Okay, no, but the paper was wrong today. That was
okay.
Came out like 67 or something.
Oh, all right.
Oh, the paper's wrong? Stop it.
And they were wrong about something else. They have a quote from Mick Jagger. He was like, saying he was talking in between songs. Sounded like he's never seen a football game in his life.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, Steeler fans and Seattle fans.
Yeah. I have no idea.
He didn't know it was the Seahawks, so he's like, but they quoted it differently in the paper today.
It was just like when we saw him at Giants Stadium when he was like, the Super Bowl will be the Giants and the Jets were off to such a great start, Mick being
Well, he says that in every fucking city, depending on what team is in that area.
Did he actually mention their team? Oh, Mick, why?
In all honesty, the guy's 62 years old, has unbelievable energy.
He's great on stage.
Fucking guy's ripped, which is, how does that happen at 62 years old?
All he should do is point and go, I fuck 17-year-olds, and then skip around. He skipped around the stage. Like an older gentleman.
That was a cool stage. The stage looked cool.
It was a cool stage, but very safe songs, but that's obvious.
But I mean,
that's obvious. They're not going to let him play Sympathy for the Devil or anything.
Start Me Up was annoying, though. It's like, come on, man. You guys got so many good songs. How about something like
they got to be safe,
and they got to bring everyone into the performance.
And they didn't even they were even safe with Start Me Up because they said you make a dead man
instead of dead
and
man
then they
calm.
just left it blank.
Was there Dead Man Come in there?
Yeah,
there is.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Oh No, Not You Again. It was
no,
Rough Justice.
Yeah,
do you like the new song, Rough Justice?
Let's go to Bob the Trucker.
Wait a second.
Hey guys,
Rough Justice.
Hold on, Bob.
Yeah. The new album's pretty good.
I'm not saying it's not. I heard the one song.
But if you're the Stones, whatever.
But dude, they're going to use it for sales.
If you want to keep putting albums out, that's fine. But you got a catalog of hundreds of songs that people want to hear. Just fucking play the hits.
Play
the hits from the past. I don't want to hear a brand new Rolling Stones song during the halftime show.
No.
That's probably part of their contract. We'll do it, but you have to let us do
That is totally what the deal was. And then in all
the
spots, the whole season was the new songs in all the spots. That was part of the deal. It was totally part of the deal.
They've probably made more money in endorsements than they did during live shows.
Yeah, of course.
Unbelievable. Every time you saw them, it was them up on a TV screen doing it with the people in the commercial watching them.
Bob.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, man, I love your show. I mean, you guys keep me up nice, man. I have like 2 channels on my radio.
Oh, my God, we don't care. What do you got for the show, Bob?
Getting back to the Stones. Hey, they sounded like a bad garage band. Jagger was great, but Ron Wood, I don't know what fucking planet he was on. I mean, they ended the song like Satisfaction. It's like, the drummer tried to end it, and Ron Wood was still playing. And, I mean, for being together for 40 years, this guy, they should know what he's thinking.
I like the way they hide the black, was he the bassist?
Daryl Jones.
They throw him off. You never see him. They just keep him. It's almost like he married into the family and they're embarrassed. They're like, all right, just stick him on the side of the stage. There's a perforated line on the stage you can't cross.
You are not a Rolling Stone. Remember that.
Yes, a Rolling Stone gathers no moss, but guess what it did pick up along the way?
Nathaniel had a great line, something like they made him stay in one of the teeth or whatever, in a tooth. He was only allowed in one tooth area of the stage. You stay in this tooth. All right. Well, I mean, it was all right. Halftime show, whatever.
Great game. Seattle should be pissed at themselves, though. God, did they play? They had, what was the time of possession in the first half? I mean, they played like shit.
They were terrible.
Had to be like 20 minutes.
It was. They dominated the first half. Yeah.
Like a bunch
Less
of
than
girls.
that, gentlemen. I want to know how the shindig was at your house.
The shindig was all right.
Who showed?
We had Travis, Nathaniel, Danny the alcoholic, and E-Rock bringing his own chicken wings in a cooler and his own beer.
Did he share?
Yeah, he shared.
Sure did.
He went in the kitchen and was like Mr. Mom all of a sudden, just cooking up wings and
I heard he got completely hammered and then drove back to Brooklyn.
Nah, E-Rock didn't get hammered. I swear to God.
I heard.
No, I swear to God.
No?
He was barely drinking, actually. If you want to talk to an alcoholic, it's Danny. We were counting his beers. Holy shit.
How many did he have?
13.
13 beers.
Oh,
13.
my God.
Dude, he wasn't there all day either.
What a drunken sot.
13 beers in 4 hours, maybe. Not even 4 hours.
Wow, that's really drinking.
He was just... Guinness, too, bro.
Wow, really?
Yeah. He was pissed off because I got him a 12-pack of Guinness and someone drank one of them. He had 11 Guinness. You had 11 Guinnesses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him, and he's functioning.
I'm a champion.
Were you annoyed that someone had one of your Guinnesses?
Yeah, actually.
Who had it?
Eric.
Eric grabbed one of your Guinnesses.
Yeah, and he's about halfway done with it. And, the bottles of Guinness, how they have that little floating widget inside.
Yeah.
He starts shaking the bottle around. He looks at me, he goes, all right, what'd you put in my beer?
Oh, no.
He did say that.
You ass.
That's a good one.
Why waste it on you if you don't even know what the widget is?
You don't know what the widget's
Be a
all
Guinness
about?
fan. Grab a Meisterbrow.
Yeah.
Well, this is coming from the same dude who at the Ron and Fez party asked for a glass of red wine, and then when it came, he said, ooh, it's warm.
Connoisseur over there.
But he showed up with a huge cooler and a case of beer and
wings
that he cooked up.
Yeah, what a guy.
I really wanted to knock those wings on the floor. I wanted to make a band. I was like, dude, if you didn't have rugs... I wanted to, because he was making a big thing of wings. I was like, I just wanted to hit the end of the thing and watch them all tumble on the floor.
Anthony, and this is how twisted I really am, because I'm in my own place, and Jimmy's like, oh my God, when he walks out with that tray of wings, we should just knock it over, knock it into him, something, just kick it out of his hand.
He would lose his mind.
Just smack it and watch all those wings.
But I'm looking around the room thinking where we could do this, because I'm like, we have to do this now. We didn't. We copped out.
Well, he didn't bring any out, and he also, then whatever. I can't do that, Eric.
What?
I don't like Eric.
That's being nice,
At least he brought food.
Was it the only food there?
No, there was food
I did
there.
all right.
I ate I hadn't eaten all day because I was looking for a light downtown. I just forgot to eat. I ate so much, I gave myself a stomach ache.
I had to get him Tums.
Tummy ache.
I had to get Tums.
And then he fell asleep on the couch. We got pictures of you sleeping on the couch, by the way.
Like a fucking bloated whale. Just laying there. I was thinking afterwards, if I smelled Tostitos, I would have threw up.
Yeah.
I ate so much, so fast. And it was actually a decent spread, but the little tables, there was no way to hold your stuff.
It's a New York apartment, though, man. Seriously, what like
tables?
You know, it was tough just to get everyone a seat in that room.
I got photos.
I had a struggle.
I got some photos.
Yeah, Jimmy's got some photos. We'll throw it up on the website.
Nice. But yeah, the lonely bowl of fruit in the corner.
We reserved my old rickety, awful computer chair for E-Rock.
Oh, you had to bring out the computer chair.
He had his name on it and everything. So that was a good time, though, right?
Yeah, it was enjoyable. I'm looking at House Sparks. Is that him?
House Sparks, right.
Yuck. All right. Yeah, it was a good time. We don't not like him.
Let's go to Mike in Jersey. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Are we taping this? Because they're doing a critique of all the Super Bowl ads on Good Morning America.
They're all doing it.
Yeah, what about the Brown and Bubbly with Jay Moore?
That campaign died before it even began. They want to start this whole thing, Brown and Bubbly.
Terrible.
For Diet Pepsi, I guess. And then the website, brownandbubbly.com. It's awful.
What is Brown and Bubbly? What is it supposed to mean?
That's what
Diet Pepsi. It's brown
and it's bubbly.
It's bubbly.
If they want to bring it into the rap community, they should have Diet Pepsi shoot Diet Coke.
Punching out.
All right, thank you. Yeah, our old pal Jay Moore was doing the Diet Pepsi Brown and Bubbly ads.
Kind of good for Jay. He's in a Super Bowl commercial.
He acted. The acting was fine. It wasn't him. It was just the concept of the commercial I didn't like. It was it was nothing to do with him. It was just whoever wrote it was.
Yeah, he did great, but it was just like, what? What are they doing with this thing?
Like the Jackie Chan one where they brought in the stunt soda.
No,
Diet Coke.
And it was
Diet Coke
and Coke,
and he got killed, I guess.
Yeah.
The Magic Fridge thing.
That was a good commercial.
That was all right. I don't even remember any of the other commercials. Nothing else stands out.
The Whopper commercial was okay.
What did it mean, though?
Nothing. Bunch of chicks being thrown on each other.
Old Fabio. He had a little sense of humor about himself.
But the current Fabio, they could have just used that. They didn't have to make him look old. He was already old.
If they want a memorable commercial, just superimpose whatever you're selling in the bottom right-hand corner of the video of him taking a bird to the face on that roller coaster. Because that was the funniest, most memorable Fabio moment ever.
Ever, yeah.
They were opening up some roller coaster at some park, and they had celebrity Fabio in the front car of the thing. And the roller coaster goes around. This is a few years back. And when it pulls in, there's a dazed Fabio in the front seat, profusely bleeding from the face.
With a broken nose.
Yeah. He hit a sucks to be you or an unlucky lottery, whatever that is. And a bird was flying when the roller coaster went by and smacked him right in the face. Great stuff.
Please tell me you have the warm Budweiser Clydesdale commercial. I said, throw your head back, stupid.
We'll have it in a second. We'll have it in a second. They're critiquing on Good Morning America. We'll give them a
hell's a real trip.
We'll give them a little push today. We'll play some of their audio. But, the Clydesdale, whatever, they got the young horse getting ready to pull the big Budweiser carriage or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
The horse walks in, right, and he kind of puts himself in that, what was that? The stupid harness.
Harness.
Like a noose, and he was just going to jerk off and hang himself.
I don't think horses practice that autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh, my God. This was the greatest Super Bowl commercial ever. The little girl's saying what's wrong with them.
Yeah. Afraid she's fat. Could you lose a few pounds?
That's right. I thought this was a commercial. It was pro-choice. If your children are this ugly and unimportant.
Should be aborted. You know what? I think they copped out, tell you the truth. Because the kids were all right. I've walked around and seen a lot uglier children they could have used for that commercial.
Yeah.
It would have turned them off. It would have turned off people if they used truly heinous, ugly kids. But they were like average children.
Right.
Should have picked out some real ugly kids.
Some real messes?
Yeah, some real messes.
Of course.
Show that. Give me a few cleft palates.
Let's
That'd be good. You got to wash with the Dove soap and watch you don't get it in your nostril. Up that little trough.
Horses are eating out of your face. Old hay storage face.
They're talking about the strangest commercial right now on TV. The two monsters, it was supposed to be Godzilla, but obviously they couldn't get the rights to use Godzilla in the commercial, so they had some monster that was sort of Godzilla-ish and a robot giving birth to a car. Did you see that one?
No, I missed that one, too.
You gave up on the Super Bowl, my friend.
No, I was watching. There were a couple of times I had my head turned. I was rotoscoping Jimmy out of a scene from Collins show there to use in a future funny little video clip.
Wait, which one?
It's just you talking. You sitting and talking, waving your arms. I think I'm going to put you in the back seat of some car from Silence of the Lambs.
Let's go to Cody in Illinois. Cody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Pretty good game yesterday. I got to say, my favorite commercial is the bear. You know, when the guy goes up and puts his beer on the rock, and his buddy comes by and fucking snakes it and runs through the woods. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, Steve was in a lot of commercials yesterday.
Yeah.
There were a lot of bear commercials.
I thought it was Jimmy. You know, he's running through the woods because he didn't want to get butt-fucked by the big grizzly.
Grr. 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 That's a clip from one of the commercials.
All right,
Grr.
punching out, guys.
All right. Now we got people just calling in with their favorite Super Bowl commercials. This should kill 2 minutes. Mark, the trucker, what's up?
Hey, guys, how you doing? I definitely got to say my favorite commercial was that right by the beginning with FedEx Caveman where he's tying the note to a pterodactyl and then he come out of the cave and he kicked the little dinosaur and then got stomped on.
Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But, of course, he kicks the dinosaur and then gets killed because the bully has to get it in the end.
Right.
Super Bowl was great, guys. That was a great bit, man. Love you guys. Punching out.
Did you enjoy the big game, did you?
It was, I don't know. I could care less about either team, so... I mean, I'm sure they're just losing their minds in Pittsburgh this morning, but it was just one of those... It was two teams I could care less about.
Just bad mustaches.
I saw a few things burning.
Huh?
I saw a few things burning on the news.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It looked like it wasn't some real incredibly bad rioting after a victory.
Mm-hmm.
So all they kind of showed was it looked like an awning was ripped down off of some kind of pizza place or eye care place or something, and they just set that on fire in the street.
Yeah.
That was the only burning thing I saw.
There was a moment during the Super Bowl or Super Bowl coverage in general. That was beyond funny. What was the moment?
Let me see.
You're going to have to think.
Let me think.
Jimmy didn't see it, but I had to tell him about it. Do we have that audio, by the way? Did we tape that? You think?
Let me think. It's easy. I'll pick this out of 15 hours of programming that day.
No, this thing was the funniest thing ever. Funnier than any of the freaking commercials.
By me.
We'll just keep it open-ended for now, see if someone gets it.
But wait, Opie.
I think. I want to know. Chris in Florida, what's up?
What's up, buddy? Hey, man, what about that AmeriQuest commercial when they were on the airplane and that lady was trying to sneak by that dude and hit that pocket, the turbulence, and she ended up in his lap with her shirt undone, and then the little kids were looking at him? I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Those are okay. The AmeriQuest, don't judge too quickly.
I thought that was awesome, too.
It would have been funnier if they had a father, like say like a black boss, like comes home with his, he gives his white and female employee a ride home because her car broke down.
Yeah.
But then the father opens the door and sees the black guy there with his daughter and goes and grabs the shotgun. Then it could have said, AmeriQuest. Don't judge too quickly.
Can you imagine if they threw a commercial like that on TV?
Oh.
No one has balls anymore,
Too
man.
offensive.
Could you imagine if you just said, fuck it. Got it past everybody.
Too offensive.
Everybody would be talking about your fine company today.
Yep.
Everybody. Instead, we're like racking our brains trying to remember the commercials. You know,
this is what we got now because of all the crackdown.
Yeah, thank you for protecting us. My favorite Super Bowl commercial was the terrific commercial for the Shaggy Dog that's coming out with Tim Allen.
That was just hilarious.
That was just terrific.
Doesn't that movie look like a hit?
Oh my God!
But he's like a dog, but he's not. He like barks and stuff.
Another remake.
It's terrific though. He's running around and acting like a dog, knocking old people over and messing up the buffet. It's just great.
Yeah.
Ugh. We didn't see any Pink Panther promos.
No. Ugh. Damn it.
What's happening to people?
Somebody wants to guess the funniest moment in the Super Bowl coverage.
Okay.
I wanted this to go on for like 4 hours.
I'm thinking it's not something obvious like one of the commercials or something. It's got to be one of these little obscure moments, right?
Well, it wasn't obscure for my for the gang that was at my house yesterday because we all openly mocked and laughed at it. And then I realized that I have some really, really awful friends.
Then it must have been trying to be sensitive.
Rick in New York.
Retards.
Retards playing football. Holy shit.
Stop.
That was fucking
Holy shit! Do we have the piece? Holy crap! They were playing tag football, and they had this one slow person. Let's be politically correct. One slow person.
I don't think that's politically correct, Opie.
I don't give a shit.
Calling them slow people.
Well, she was slow on the football field.
Okay. All right.
She had the ball, and she's awkwardly running toward the fucking goal. The goal line. And then you got this lumbering, slow person running like bat out of hell. Catches up to the slow girl and rips her tag off her body.
Uh-oh.
Or her flag, her flag off her body. I'm like, oh, that's good. Good lesson to teach the slow people to rip clothes off
You'll
each
never
other.
make it.
They should show them playing it again when he goes to pull the white flag and it's a tampon and he yanks it out and she falls down bleeding, confused, cries and thinks she's been shot.
Waving it in the air. I win! I win! No.
They had the emotional music and everything, and I'm sitting there like, please don't do this.
They should play Benny Hill music.
Please don't do this. Please don't do this. And then we all kind of looked at each other and realized it was safe to laugh, and we laughed.
Yeah.
And laughed and laughed.
No retards in the room, really, technically.
Yeah. Let's go to Nick in Canada. Nick?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I was just calling in. Oh, fuck. I'm punching out.
Wow, you're doing good.
No, that was pretty good, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What do you got?
I was just calling in because advertising here in in North America is fucking lame compared to the UK. I downloaded some shows from there. If we had ads like that here, fuck, I'd watch ads instead of TV.
Wow.
That was even worse than I thought it would be. I couldn't believe that we actually got you to stay on and go through with that awful call, but boy, was that bad.
He had the handle. He had his hands on the handle between his legs. He was ready to pull, save his own life. $2 billion jet goes down in flames, but he stayed with it right to the end.
That's right. Good job,
like
Bull Meacham.
Santini.
I'm going to go drive my car.
The great Santini.
Good call, sports fans.
In. You saved so many people on the ground.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Wow. Let's go to Abe in Baltimore. Abe.
Yo.
Stop listening to the show. Listen to the phone, you motherfucker.
Yeah, you guys, if you're going to... whatever.
Where's Abe?
Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit.
Did you hang up on Abe?
No, he's still there. Listening to the radio. Instead of talking, he's live on the fucking show. Now he hangs up.
Abe is an ass.
Abe.
You guys, if you call the show, we're on a slight delay. Just turn down your radio.
What do you tell girls your name is when you're trying to pick one up and your name is Abe? You don't say Abe.
You just hope they misunderstood you and think you said AIDS.
Do you want to hear the audio of...
It's a little nicer. It's easier for the palate.
Yeah. You want to hear the audio of the retards playing football?
Absolutely.
Of course.
I'm sure they sound dumber than those Clydesdales.
It was a very emotional piece.
All right.
This is the type of thing you now get during Super Bowl coverage.
Okay, let's be kind.
On an autumn morning in New York's Hudson Valley, Tommy Hines starts his Saturday by lining this field and thinking about the joy it will soon bring.
The kids and their smiles on their faces and everything. I mean,
they never go away, those smiles. What is he talking about?
The one salad bowl they pass around for their haircuts.
Oh, hi. Your daddy died. Big smile. Doesn't matter what you tell these things. Stop. Thanks. Always smiling. You don't get it.
But the music,
Smiling,
man.
Yeah,
the music.
Right.
The music's there to make you cry.
Trying to get a play off the defensive ends are eating bark.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
Yeah, see, that's what we're doing right now. Well, we better start the dramatic music again.
Yeah, let me hear the music.
I didn't mean to mock that. I apologize.
I didn't either, tell you that.
My apologies.
Well, let's try to get through this, all right?
Oh, apologize.
On an autumn morning in New York's Hudson Valley, Tommy Hines starts his Saturday by lining this field and thinking about the joy it will soon bring.
What does he line it with? What does he line it with? Like a wee-wee pad like you would for a bunch of puppies in a kitchen?
I'm trying to play the piece. I'm starting over again.
Oh, shit. On an autumn morning in New York's Hudson Valley, Tommy Hines starts his Saturday by lining this field and thinking about the joy it will soon bring.
The kids and their smiles on their faces and everything, I mean, I can't get that out of my head. And it makes every minute of what I do worthwhile.
For Tommy knows that hours from now...
For Tommy knows, it's going to be all artistic.
He said, their smiles makes it all worthwhile what I do. What kind of job does he have? Does he give experimental drugs to pregnant women?
Another success.
I run a bar for pregnant women, but I just serve them alcohol.
Unless he's lining the field with a firing squad. I don't want to hear the rest of this.
I'd love to get them to play tag football. You tie a yellow thing to the front of a Buick. Yeah, go grab that.
They would. It's because someone they trust told them.
From now, his work and this field will help make the most improbable of football dreams come true. These are the Devils of East Greenbush, New York. They are all pioneers. For this is the nation's first and only Pop Warner Challenger Football League.
I thought the Jets were.
Challenger Football League. Wow. Appropriate to name them after something that blew
up. Another disaster.
another what could have been. Shattered dreams.
Crying parents.
A nation shocked and revulsed. They're playing the Endeavors.
We first come up with it, we had people look at us like we were nuts.
Well, retarded.
You want my kid on the field in a wheelchair playing football.
That's what happens in this Challenger League, where young athletes with disabilities are brought to this field, and often aided by a parent, they catch the ball, carry the ball, and cross the goal line.
All the defensive line needs is broom handles. Right in the spokes.
They catch the ball, run with the ball, and cross the goal line. Then shit their pants and get confused. Been running in a circle at age 30.
Oh, that's horrible.
No one loses. No one even keeps score. And while they do play defense, no contact flag football rules let mid-20s men share the field safely with preteen girls.
All right. Wow. Hold on.
Retarded justice.
Oh.
Penalty, boner on the field. 15 yards.
You cannot get these people worked up. What are they
Let
doing?
mid-20s men share the field safely with preteen girls. Like Kenzie Edwards, an 8-year-old with Down syndrome who loves to imitate her favorite player, the Giants' Jeremy Shockey. When you score a touchdown, what do you do with the ball?
I got a football, put it before.
What?
I don't know.
What'd she say?
She said,
Let's say hi to Bill in Michigan. Bill.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
What's happening?
What's up?
I was just wondering what Bob Kelly's reaction was during this commercial.
Oh my God.
He lost
Not a commercial, sir.
He lost 5 pounds of water weight.
I bet so.
No, he didn't. He scored 21 points.
Hermany, man.
Hermany.
I was playing touch football, and a retard thought jelly was on me, so he tackled me.
Lick my hand.
Oh, my chromosomes.
Nelson in Jersey. Nelson!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Part of that whole fucking thing was when they threw the ball to the one kid, and they're talking about the parents helping him out. They handed the ball to the kid in the wheelchair, and he fucking drops it on the ground. And the parents have to run and, like, pick it up and give it back to him so he can score the touchdown.
Oh, the parents can run out on the field and help?
Yeah. Oh, the parents
Is this really a game? Oh, they're pushing?
No, the parents do everything. Parents push the wheelchairs, catch the pass, give it to their thing, and then they push the wheelchair forward.
That's just...
let's go to Mike in Jersey. Mike, what's up?
Yeah, I was watching that special story, and it seems like the best part for these kids is the parents get to change them from hockey helmets into football helmets.
Oh, jeez.
Chad in California. Chad.
Hey, I know what the little girl said. She said, 3 rights, make a left. I want to go home.
3 lefts. Wait, 3 right. Yeah, that was right.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. Thank you.
There you go.
Let's go to Jim in Florida. Jim, what's up?
Yeah, I'm wondering, what's a cheerleading squad like? A bunch of girls with Down syndrome going, rah, rah, rah. No?
Had kind of a good premise to it. I like the premise of the retarded cheerleader, but...
I think we might have a little more audio
Well,
here.
they try to get, like, the taunts going, the cheerleading taunts, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, but they get to 1, and then they just get stuck. 1. Did you write this down?
Let's see if there's more audio.
I'm at a loss.
From new end zone dances to the old hidden ball trick, these Pop Warner athletes get to do every...
Where do you hide the ball behind your tongue?
To the old hidden ball trick.
Give me a R. Give me a L. Give me a X. Give me a shoe. What does that spell? I don't know. We got spirit. Yes, we do. We got spirit. I think I made poo.
1, 2, 3, 4. We're still going to get beat up at school.
Jesus. This is so wrong.
Here we go in our pants. Here we go. B, retarded. B-E, retarded. B, retarded.
Let's go to Chad in Florida. Hey, Chad, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I was just wondering, did they allow electric wheelchairs? And if they did or did not, would that be considered performance enhancing?
He didn't even want to get his phone call critiqued.
Click.
That's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
You got to sit there and get critiqued after your call.
Take the pain.
These Pop Warner athletes get to do everything they've seen other kids do. Athletes like 16-year-old Alyssa Hines, who has cerebral palsy and has known the pain of being treated as different. How did it used to make you feel?
Upset and mad.
Oh.
But now I'm okay with it because of football. It makes me feel like I can actually come out there and do something.
Yeah.
And have a life just like everybody else.
Slow down.
They are all lives that deserve these moments of joy, no matter how fleeting. Yeah. 8 years ago, Jake Powell suffered a brain seizure and collapsed in front of his parents. Month after month of doctors and tests.
Jesus.
Wait a minute.
I just want to watch a fucking football game.
Let's hear his quote.
I bring nothing to the table.
Wow. He did suffer some damage.
These bastards. I just want to watch the Super Bowl. And then they enhance it. You know, because I'm sure we're going to get killed on this one. And they're enhancing the story with the most dramatic, sad music they could possibly find from their music library.
It's the cancer piano music.
Oh, crap. Michael in Arizona. Michael.
How are you guys today?
Hey, good.
Hey, you know what? I've been listening to you guys for a few months, and today is the only day I have a problem with. I just don't think that it's very cool that you guys poke fun at these folks here.
It's not.
No.
You're right, it's not.
It's beautiful.
But we know no other way.
I don't think it's very cool that they threw this piece on TV yesterday.
Yeah, it's kind of to exploit them, don't you think?
It's supposed to be a very festive Sunday for everybody. You invite your friends and family over, and it's all about happiness. You're forgetting about work and your stupid lives for one fucking day, and they throw this at you.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with that? These kids are happy. What if this is the only thing that they ever make them happy the entire year is this one football game?
But does it have to happen on Super Bowl Sunday? Can't they be happy some other day? On a Sunday, maybe? How about July 8th? Let them be happy. They only get one day of happiness. Can we at least space it out?
I think it's just because Jimmy is upset because they get more TV time than he does.
That is actually true, and they would probably...
gotta give him that.
If they wanted to give these people, you know, a day in the spotlight, they should have chose, I don't know, the spot right after Emily Rose.
Yeah. Right?
That's really funny, actually. Thank you. See, because Emily Rose only had one episode before they yanked the series.
Right.
So the ratings were really, really bad. So to follow that would be really awful.
No
one would be watching.
Lead-in.
I know.
Bad lead-in, yeah.
But I didn't think I had to explain the entire joke.
I hate listeners that have to bring everything down to reality.
I know, man. We were just having fun.
But then he tried to, like...
This stuff makes us feel better about ourselves.
Absolutely.
We don't know them.
It's funny because we don't know them.
If we did, it would be horrible.
No, it wouldn't. Would still be a hoot.
Doctors and tests revealed that he had a rare form of cancer.
Oh.
That means that there's no cure. There never has been. They can prolong life as much as possible, but they can't cure it.
He the quarterback?
He now knows that he will die, and he's okay.
I just want to watch the game!
You don't want to be sitting here watching a child slowly go.
What? All right.
Why did they do this?
Listen, we're making jokes and all, but this is a question. What's the purpose of this?
What is the point?
Someone explain me the purpose of this, seriously.
Do you understand every human being on this fucking planet has issues and problems and things we have to deal with on a daily basis? And I don't want to sit there and get depressed and fucking deal with other people's bullshit like this.
Especially on Super Bowl Sunday. When you sit down for Super Bowl... No, I'm serious, though. Super Bowl Sunday, you're like, wow, this is a really fun, festive day with your friends and family. Why are they throwing this at you?
This is worse than any Janet Jackson tit.
Absolutely.
Right here. Worse than any Janet Jackson tit. Leaves me feeling more depressed and fucking angry than Janet Jackson tit.
And what's the purpose?
What is the purpose? What are they selling here?
To have,
what are they selling? RD-40.
To have all of America feel sorry for this person, and then what?
Acme hangers.
And then what? Is there a number so we could donate to something that we can't cure?
What is it? So how does it end?
Please tell me it ends soon.
It's easy to make fun, but seriously, what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose?
As far as I'm concerned, it's so we can do this.
Yeah.
The child slowly go. But he's happy as long as we keep him happy.
Jake has missed most of this season's games. So the members of Jake's family do everything they can to get Jake onto the football field one more time for the last game of the season.
Go! Get on that. Here, go.
Have him play the football.
In the first
get
half,
him out there.
Jake is racing toward the end zone. And the ball slips from his grasp. And Jake loses his chance to score.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
It happens to the pros.
You fucking kidding?
Happens to the pros.
That's right.
Come on. Why did they have to keep that in the piece?
Yeah.
I like the fact they kept that in the piece.
I know, but they had the feel-good part where the kid finally gets to play.
Let him score.
They could show him on the field going, and his dream came true. He got on the field one last time. End of story. Thank you very much. Get to Aaron Neville butchering the fucking national anthem.
I guess it's fucking it's tough to catch a football with a brick on your pituitary gland.
They had to add the part where the guy drops the fucking ball as he's trying to score.
Oh.
But we're the bastards today.
Then, before halftime, Jake must be taken off the field.
He couldn't finish out. He had a seizure, and so he had to be changed. And he's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like...
It wasn't a seizure. It was his end zone dance.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus.
I got a little confused.
He said, I'm sorry. That's really depressing.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, this has nothing to do. You did not do this. It's not anything you can help, so do not worry about it.
But even as his body betrays him, Jake has a spirit that stays strong. He returns to the field. And now, when it comes time for Jake to score a touchdown, it is a gift of love from father to son.
Right. The movie music kicks in.
Everybody wants that moment.
Dipped his hands in molasses. Don't drop it, stupid.
That's what the Challenge League is all about.
Don't embarrass me again.
Giving every child, regardless
I can take you dropping it once. I can take you shitting your pants on the field.
To feel that important.
Don't not cover the spread.
Of the world.
I get 1,500 on this game. How old was Jake? I didn't see it.
Thank
How
God
could you
I
tell?
didn't see that.
He could have been 4 or 30. I don't know.
Oh, is that depressing?
Yes.
And we wanted to have a little fun with it, but obviously that is a horrific story.
It just got worse and worse.
What was the point? Someone explain to me what the point was. That that's okay, but we're not allowed to see Janet Jackson's left tit.
And this is where he came out and boom, crapped his pants. Horrid.
See, this is the 5-4 defense. This is when the running back goes to the left. All the defensive ends just roll on the ground and hold sodas.
Let's go to Flop Dick in Cleveland. Flop Dick.
Good morning, boys. What's going on?
Flop
Dick.
There was another funny part I noticed on there. One of the fathers of the retarded, he holds his retarded daughter on his knee, and he's kind of shaking her, and he says, honey, you like doing the end zone dance, don't you? And he sits back chuckling, and her retarded face doesn't move a bit. Punching out.
Let's go to Beck in Florida.
Jesus, dude.
I know, that was harsh. Beck, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
You know, we're sitting here with our buddies, drinking, watching the game, making fun of the retards, and all of our girlfriends get pissed off at us, ruin the fucking day. We get the silent treatment during the whole fucking game, and it ruined the whole football.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much
bitches. All they care about is the retards. We're out trying to have a good time.
That was a piece for women.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They
were to bring the women in.
They were just crying their eyes out yesterday watching that.
You didn't see the old football games. They didn't do that.
Let's parade out the thalidomide babies to see if they can catch a football with flipper hands. Here comes little Mark. He has polio. We sure hope a cure comes in for this soon. And remember, smoke Luckies.
That's just awful. Now we're all depressed. We're going to have to break and regroup.
I was holding it together until he apologized for shitting his own pants.
Yeah. He had a seizure and had to be changed.
I mean, why, though? Seriously. And then they used the dramatic music to really... They didn't need music on that piece, trust me.
Yeah, that would have worked.
Would have worked well.
All right, we'll go to break with this. We'll continue with the Opie and Anthony program. We got to talk about Aaron Neville butchering the Star-Spangled Banner.
Another sad moment.
Because they were trying to find an artist from New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's all they have down there.
Well, the rest of them drown, I think. Jesus. All sitting there in their little tin shacks while the water poured in. Who's another one that I heard recently?
Blueberry Hill guy was from...
No, he was all right, but what's his name? He was homeless.
Yeah.
And they found him.
I can't remember his name.
From some 70s rock band, was it?
Yeah.
We'll get the answer during the break.
Yeah, someone will.
All right, we go to break with this today. All right, let's get back into this mess we call the Opie and Anthony program. It's Ian on Long Island. Ian, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Noah? Hey, what's up, Fuzzy?
Hi.
I believe you're looking for Fats Domino.
Yes. No,
Fats Domino was the singer who was all washed up, and they couldn't find him for days. And when I found him...
No.
We know about him.
We know about Fats Domino, and they found him, and he was alive and all that, and he lost everything pretty much
did he
from
really?
Katrina. But there was another singer or guitarist from, I think, some 70s rock band that turned out to be homeless or something, and they found him dead.
Oh, well, I guess I just sucked then.
That's all right, Ian. Thanks. Let's go to Roy in Ohio. Roy?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, it was Barry Cowsill from the group The Cowsills in the 60s.
Oh, right. That's the guy.
Dead on a pier.
What was their song?
The Rain, the Park, and Other Things, and Hair. That's about it.
You know, most people know that I've been doing radio my entire life. I couldn't tell you one Cowstill song.
This one. And Hair.
What's it called, though?
I have no idea.
That's called The Rain, the Park, and Other Things.
But they did Hair. That was like their big hit. The Cowsill.
Yeah, that's great, but what's the name of this song that we're playing?
The way that she loves me?
No, The Rain, the Park, and Other Things.
I want to hear the Hair song.
The Hair song?
I never heard it.
I don't want to hear any of this.
What's this?
This is Hair.
Is it?
She asked him why.
It's like 1960-something.
It's awful.
Partridge Family was based on them.
Hairy guy.
You don't remember this, Jim?
No.
From the play Hair?
No. I never saw that.
It'll be on your iPod later today, though.
You are hysterical. I never saw that.
The Cowstills stink.
Cowstills.
What were they called?
The Cowsills.
Oh. I always called them the
name of their
Cowstills.
family.
All right, thank you, Roy.
All right, no problem.
Can you turn off the Cowsills?
I don't know.
Not at the hook yet.
Who cares?
But what happens?
We don't want to go to the hook.
But what happens in the Hair song, Ope?
Nothing.
But
he has long hair.
They go, give me a head with hair, long, beautiful hair.
See, because it's...
Shine. You never heard that one?
Wait, how do you know that song?
From the play.
What
Ew.
play?
Hair.
Oh, that was in the play Hair?
Yeah. You know, all that music had its time and place, I guess.
When?
The Age of Aquarius.
That's a good song.
All right, let's go to RJ in North Carolina. RJ.
Thanks.
Hey, Jimmy, I'd like to know, what is RD-40? Is that like spray abortion and spray lubricant? Or
I must have fucked up because there's one that was, what is RD-40? There was one that was like... Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I never want to correct you, Jimmy. You're my hero.
No, please. You should correct me. I was wrong. But I was a spur of the moment improv. I knew I didn't know it. That's the what's the morning after pill?
R2D2.
RD-46, right?
Oh, 46. All right. So I was off by 6. That wasn't bad.
WD-40.
Oh yeah, I fucked up. All right.
All right. Thank you, RJ. Let's say hi to Martin. He's from Cleveland. Martin.
Yes.
What's up?
I want to come down for American Math.
You're the comedian?
Yeah.
Your boy, who called for you earlier?
Bill Squire.
Yeah. And you're a mess?
Yeah, I won the lottery, and I spent all my money, now I'm not eligible for disability.
How much did you win in the lottery?
$50,000.
$50,000. And you're a schizo?
Yeah, I'm schizophrenic.
How'd you find that out?
I kind of freaked out a couple times and got locked up.
Oh, yeah? Didn't remember?
Do you have two different names? Like, is your name whatever it is, and then you call yourself, like, Vic Ferrari?
I go by Schizo Bill on stage.
Schizo Bill, you're a comedian, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing the Cleveland Improv tonight.
He's plugging.
I know.
I love this guy.
Yeah, already.
That's the way to do it.
Why don't you give us a piece of your act?
Yeah, do a little, do you bring the schizo into your act?
Yeah.
That's always funny when handicapped people or people with problems bring it into their act.
Yes.
I like that.
Last time I had a girlfriend was in the mental hospital. We never really broke up. We just each underwent shock treatments and forgot we were dating each other.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. His delivery is a little, like, weird.
Yeah, you choppy fool.
Yeah, you're all fast.
You don't say it. Say it again. Can you say other twice in the punchline? You shouldn't say other twice.
Oh, last time I had a girlfriend was in the mental hospital. We never really broke up. We just each underwent shock treatments and forgot we were dating each other.
We just something shock treatments?
We each underwent shock treatments.
We each underwent shock treatment.
And then forgot we were seeing each other. How about forgot we were dating? It's
fake.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. I'm wrong. That's what you said. I heard it twice another way. You would know. Okay, good. Do it that way. What do I know?
I'll do it that way.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep saying the same thing twice.
You'll be leaving Cleveland soon for bigger things.
Yeah. Yeah, because we would each go for shock treatments and then forget we were seeing each other. Okay, it's a little...
Each time it happened.
You know what, dude? You're right. I mean, why obsess about the language when you're trying to make your living doing spoken word?
Yeah, comedy needs to be wordy.
Yeah, it's better. The more you can say and the more repeated words, the better it is for the audience.
Wordy equals big laughs. Jesus.
I got booked in Erie, PA.
Yeah?
How about this? Do you ever hear this one? 2 Jews walk into a bar. They own the bar. See?
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly.
All right, give us another joke there.
When I was in the mental hospital, I did therapy. I did art therapy, music therapy, and writing therapy. In writing therapy, I learned to write poetry. I write poetry to the woman I stalk. I write things like, love is a strange motion, yet I understand it when I'm with you. I seriously considered suicide until I met you, and my love for you is stronger than any restraining order.
I like it. Here's what I like about your act so far. Not only is it redundant, but it's unintelligible because you speak so quickly.
Oh, I'm
like a mumble mouth.
Yeah. I write poetry. When I like to write, I like to write.
You're about to cut me off or something.
Dude, you got to...
Stop being paranoid. We're not going to cut you off.
Yes.
This is your moment.
You have to cut down on repeating the same word over and over without reason.
Yeah.
Take that big wooden stick out of your mouth they use when they put that shock on your head each time they do it, eachly.
Calm down.
I got the record for shock treatments. I got like 72.
Yeah? Where's the punchline?
It's not a punchline.
Oh, I see.
Oh, really?
All right. Well, slow down, take a deep breath. We're not hanging up on you. We want to just hear how well you do your material. Let's hear one more joke.
I got...
Shit dick.
What? How you doing?
Shit dick.
What?
Oh. I just want to say that the abortion pill is called RU486, and this guy's mother should have used it.
RU486.
Oh, wow, dude, I was way off. RD40. What a shithead.
RD46, RU486.
I was off by one letter and 446 numbers.
But I understood what we were trying to say.
I know, but I butchered it.
Cindy, what's up?
I just wanted to know if you guys saw the thing on CNBC about Howard petitioning the FCC so he could stop people from putting his shows on MP3s. He's getting his just desserts.
Oh, now he needs the FCC.
Easy with the tough terminology.
Dessert.
Oh,
right.
sorry.
Just desserts. Yeah, there's pirate stations popping up. That's what the problem is. It's not so much the downloading. It's the pirate stations. Arr.
Party arr.
For some reason, Brooklyn is like this hotbed of pirate radio. And they don't broadcast that far. It usually winds up interfering with someone else's signal, and that's how they get caught, because somebody's trying to listen to Hot 97 or something, and they can't in Brooklyn, and they get mad. So a couple of these stations started playing Howard's show from Sirius on their little pirate station, R. And how many people are really listening to those pirate stations?
Couple
really?
dozen.
Really?
How do they find out where you get it? How do they find out where it's coming from?
Word of mouth, and then you kind of get the FCC involved, and they do some triangulation.
And they figure
out where the transmitter is.
Oh, they can do that?
Yeah.
Down to the apartment?
Yeah.
Howard doesn't want to give anything away for free. Not one bloody cent.
Nothing for free. You got
it for free if you're a fan of his show.
My logic on this whole thing, my take on it, and it's probably different from XM's because they're the business end of this, is you're always going to get some residual theft of services. This happens in every industry. I don't care if it's the guy in the office taking a few paper clips home or the white-collar criminal taking a few million home. There's always going to be some inventory loss. And that's what happens. Some people can pick up our show on different areas here and there. Technology's out there, the Internet, they're able to grab it up. It's going to be a loss. The thing is to do a good enough show and entertain people enough where they come on board and subscribe.
Well, it gives them something to talk about for a few hours a day. So
yeah.
Let's go to BCH and...
Wait, I'm sorry, are we taping this Pink Panther interview with Beyonce?
I hope so.
Please tell me we're
I
getting
want to know what she has to say.
We're obsessed with the Pink
You know
Panther.
what? I'll bet you any amount.
Oh, that's Steve
He's trying to
that's
stop.
terrific.
He's trying to stop the water from coming out of the pipe.
Oh, is that funny?
Oh, come on, Steve! Hurry! She's coming! Oh, now there's a fire!
Oh, fire! What's it?
What's he gonna do?
The curtains are on fire, and he's making wacky arm gestures.
Oh, I bet you the French accent is really awful right there.
Wow! Oh, they come back from the clip laughing.
Come back to Beyonce Live with Diane
I want to
Sawyer.
bet
She's laughing and laughing.
I want to bet anybody anything in this room that during that interview they ask her, "What's it like working with Steve Martin?" And she just goes on about how funny he is,
And how professional,
and
what a
how
goofball.
and just off when we were on set, I was laughing all the time working with him.
And he would do goofy things, like take me to the park on Super Bowl Sunday and point to a bunch of retards and say, "Look at my children." And I would try to be polite and not laugh, and then we'd all have a laugh later because he got me.
And he stayed in character like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be a great
this has got to be
interview.
a gem of an
All right, we'll
interview.
get that on the air in a few minutes. BCH, what's up?
Hey, morning, boys. How are you?
Hi,
right,
BCH.
BCH.
Thanks for calling the program.
Opie's killing me this morning.
Why?
Number one, well, making me laugh. Number one, that's not a seizure. That's his end zone dance. And number two...
No one laughed at that, though. These guys don't give me shit.
That's not true.
You know how hard I have to work to make these guys laugh at anything I say on this fucking program?
Here's why I didn't laugh at that. Not that
They're
it wasn't
too busy
funny.
trying to think of something funny they're going to say.
It was-
How about you give me a little love every once in a while, boys?
It was the only point that I was sad at in the whole piece because she just said that he had a seizure and then shit his pants and was apologizing. It was the only part that made me sad, and then you
Yeah.
come back with the fucking most brutal line. That was all. It was just the timing of it.
They don't give me love.
That's not true. I love
They
you.
never give me love. on
Oh,
this
I
show.
love you.
That and the telling the schizophrenic to stop being paranoid. Between
Yeah, stop being paranoid.
between those
That's
two,
funny.
I got enough material for this
Where did
morning.
that story
Thank
come
you.
from?
By the way, I didn't get a laugh at that line either. I
Well-
keep track now.
Line
you
7,
guys
where
stop.
did that story come from?
All right.
Is this going around the Huntington rumor mill?
Annie, Long Island, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Listen, I spent the weekend visiting a friend of mine at a bar over in Long Island. And I met a customer.
What bar?
It's the Hairy Lemon over in Selden.
The Hairy Lemon in
Yes,
Selden.
yes, I'm very unfortunate to
Gotta be
say
a
that.
dyke bar.
Yeah, doesn't that sound like a dyke bar? Yeah, let's go to the Hairy Lemon tonight.
Lemon.
All right, listen,
Let's go to the sour trout.
See, I'm laughing at your line. It was fun, right? It makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't after a child had a seizure.
Right, crapped himself.
All right,
yes, Annie, you're at the Furry
I'm at the Hairy
Lemon.
and I run into, because I'm visiting my girlfriend working there, and I run into a customer who says that he knows Anthony. Now, anybody that knows my girlfriend and I know that we're big fans of the show and that I have a major crush on Anthony. He begins to tell me a story that you and your wife used to have a threesome with somebody from the show, and that you were knocked out in a bar by your ex-wife because you turned around and said, well, yeah, maybe I like fucking her better. Is this a true story?
No, that isn't a true story.
Not at all.
The true story was the part where I guess she lunged at my girlfriend at a bar. We were playing at Sgt. Pepper's there in Huntington.
Exactly. All right.
And no,
I've never heard this one.
Yeah.
Holy
so
shit, here we go.
And
Uncomfortable moment.
No, it was over.
Uncomfortable. I'm getting a rod.
Dude, the marriage was over at this point. It was done. It was done.
There was nothing about this threesome nonsense.
No.
Please tell me that that's not true.
Well, no, that was kind of happening. It was she was hammered and showed up. I told her it's over. Don't show up at this gig because we were playing. I was playing with the band, and of course I had my girlfriend with me, and the ex-wife shows up.
Hold on, Andy.
I'm trying to explain. Oh my God, I'm trying to explain. So you remember how much the ex-wife hated the word cunt. She lost her mind. It was like fucking just, you could not say it. Not even in any conversation, never mind calling her one.
She would just go to a different place if she heard that word.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, crazy. So she comes in and then calls my girlfriend something, and then my girlfriend turns around and says, fuck you, cunt. So the ex-wife goes lunging at my girlfriend. So I get in between, and pushed her. I was trying to get her out of the bar, and I didn't get hit. She fell down and smashed her head into the jukebox. That's what happened. I didn't know. I didn't get hit on that one.
On that one?
No, there wasn't any. There was no time that I don't know where the guy got the story
drunk?
of me getting. Oh, well, you know.
Yes.
I don't know her.
I don't either. It's yeah,
Now,
pretty
is this the
pretty
girl that
hammered.
you're with now? Is what I need to know?
The girl I'm with now?
Yeah, is this the same girl that you're with now?
Oh, I don't know. I was so drunk at the time. There were 20, 30 girls in between. I have no idea.
I'm very disturbed by this whole phone call. I can't. So now this.
And you have a crush on Anthony?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What do you like about Anthony?
Yeah.
I love him. I love him because every reference that he makes reminds me of the guys that we used to date from Long Island.
Yeah. Great, good. I'm the typical Long Island asshole. Thank you.
All right, Annie.
Bye. Take care.
That's all you get today. Let's
Thanks.
say hi to Bill in Cleveland. Bill, what's up?
Kathy
Hey,
Hey, Bill.
I wanted to go on American Mess.
Who are you?
I'm Schizo Bill.
How do we know you, though?
Because I called and told some jokes.
From where? No, you
I
didn't.
was really fast.
No, we've been just talking about the Super Bowl all morning.
Oh, I thought I called in.
No.
I could be imagining things.
You're trying to say you called our show?
Yeah,
When?
about 5-10 minutes ago.
And you're Schizo who?
I'm Schizo Bill.
That's a wacky name.
And you called our show saying what?
I told some jokes. You said I was too fast.
Anybody remember this guy?
No.
No.
Well,
Are you sure, Bill?
Because I can't remember stuff.
What's
So
the bit,
bring me down
sweetie?
for American Mess.
You want to come here for American Mess? Well, we're looking for
Yeah.
people to come down Friday. That would be cool.
What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do for a living?
How are you a mess?
I'm a mess because I don't do anything for a living. I won the lottery, and I spent all my money. Now I'm not eligible for disability.
Wow, that's a crazy... How much did you win in the lottery?
And a scratch-off ticket. My voice has told me to buy it.
But how much did you win?
$50,000.
And you went through the whole 50,000?
I bought other scratch-off tickets.
You what?
I bought other scratch-off tickets.
Huh.
Wait. You won
now
the
I can't
lot.
afford my medicine, and I'm going to be in the street soon.
Wait. You bought the lottery ticket. You won $50,000 and spent the $50,000 on scratch-off tickets.
Yeah.
What an ass.
That's great.
And now you're not eligible for disability?
Yeah.
That's so weird. What do you do now?
I do comedy sometimes.
You do what?
Comedy, stand-up comedy.
Are you stand-up comic?
Yeah.
Let's hear some of your stuff.
Your phone stinks.
Yeah, your phone is awful. Could you get another phone or something? I think the government is bugging your phone.
I think the tinfoil on your head is interfering with the signal.
Get a better phone!
Bill. Trust me, your phone stinks. Call back on another phone. We'd love to talk to you about American Mess.
Ugh.
All right.
Shitty phone.
Let's go to Chris in Alabama. Chris?
Hey. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
I just wanted to say that I'm new to XM, and I actually got it for Christmas for my wife, and
Merry
I listened
Christmas.
to it and kind of, thank you, and kind of took a look at what was on, and you guys are awesome. I am so glad that I finally swapped over from, as you guys call it, free FM.
Yeah, free FM rocks, though. You got to be honest about
It's
that.
free.
It's free.
Which is good because, it's free.
And they're doing some terrific things over there now.
Oh, fantastic.
All right, Chris, thank you.
Yeah, guys.
I don't know why you needed to call to tell us that. Our buddy Bill Burr's on the line. Bill.
Yo.
Sorry to make you wait, Bill. That wasn't on purpose. We're just
all right.
trying to go through some things here.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, what's up, Chip? Yo, what did that lying cocksucker say last Friday?
Patrice?
Jesus
Because it
Christ.
started a whole thing on whackbag.com.
He is
Like, now the listeners are voting to ban Bill, if we should ban Bill Burr from the program.
Oh, it's hilarious. He called up the Man Cow Show completely unprepared. He bombed. It was hilarious. And then somehow he goes on your show and blamed it on me. It was a smear campaign that, fucking Dick Cheney should hire him. I actually tried to save him.
Wow, now this is something he would definitely deny.
Here's the setup, by the way. Bill was in Chicago over the weekend. By the way, people are saying you killed in Chicago. Want to get that out of the way. So he was in Chicago promoting his comedy gig, and he was on Mancow's show. Someone we openly hate, by the way, but that's none of our businesses.
You know, yeah. I mean,
no, it really isn't. I mean, we have personal shit against the guy, whatever, but we would never tell any of you guys where to go, obviously. So you were in studio doing your thing. Patrice called in to promote Web Junk 20. You're saying he bombed horribly, and
this is what happened.
But Patrice said this is what started, that you were there, and basically on Mancow's side, and said something like, "Come on, Patrice, this isn't satellite radio. You got to give the people something," or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's not what happened. This is what happened. God, he's just a son of a bitch. He calls up the show. First of all, he kept going, okay, we got Patrice coming up, blah, 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 from, the VH1 thing. I'm like, oh, this is going to be cool. Patrice is going to be, he's going to be on, right? So I'm in the studio with, like, 6 other jackasses, and in defense of Patrice, Mancow is a dick. Unbelievable cocksucker. He's always turning down the fucking mics, and the second I walked in, he started breaking my balls. But, like, the club let me know. They were like, all right, this guy is a dick, he's going to break your balls, blah, 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 whatever, right? So Patrice calls in. He finally goes to Patrice, and Mancow was playing some sort of clip, and they go, okay, let's go to Patrice, and Patrice is kind of laughing at the clip, and he just goes, yeah, that's some funny shit. And then Mancow, like, fucking eyes go cross. He's got to dump all the shit out. So he starts off on the wrong foot, cursing, right? So I say to try to save it, like Mancow's going, what the hell are you doing? This is fucking free radio, blah, 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 blah. You can't do that. And I just threw out, I go, yeah, come on, Patrice, this isn't satellite. Like, ha-ha, like that thing. Looking back, I probably should have said this wasn't HBO or something like that, but I said that shit trying to help him out. Then Mancow kind of snapped it, goes, yeah, this is free radio, and it's funny, or something like that, right? So he goes, hey, Patrice, Bill's in studio. Do you know Bill? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah. And I go, hey, Patrice, what's up? And he just gives me some half-ass, yeah, hey, and then laughed. And I could tell right then he did not want to do the interview. He didn't have his fucking energy was down. He had no stories. He goes to do his first fucking clip. Mancow fucking goes, I saw that clip on the fucking internet like 10 years ago. And right there, I'm like, all right, Patrice is going to smash him. And he had nothing. And then Mancow goes, all right, you're not funny. Or whatever, the show isn't funny. And he fucking hung up on him.
Ooh,
and, dude,
that's
I'm
brutal.
going to tell you right now, I fucking died laughing. And he, that son of a bitch, this wasn't an Opie and Anthony thing. He fucking tried to blame everything. This was a comedian to comedian watching another comic of friend of yours bomb. It's like watching a friend of yours fall down the fucking stairs. It was hilarious. You know what I mean? And not only that, Patrice is the king. He invented that game of you're not funny, I'm hanging up on you. He's hung up on me 30,000 times this year already. So to see it happen to him was fucking hilarious. And he lied and said that I called him after the show. He called me. I returned his phone call. And he tried to worm his way out of the fact that he stunk and wasn't prepared to do that show. And he blamed me for the bomb, he blamed Mancow, and he blamed you guys. He goes, Mancow knew that I was fucking on the Opie and Anthony show and blah, blah. It's like, Patrice, you're not famous. You host a fucking clip show on VH1. You're the fucking Black Mo Rocker. Just fucking hype your show. He didn't do it. He got hung up on, and then it's like my fault. Like, what was I supposed to do? There was like nothing to defend. He ate his balls, and plus, if that happened the other way around, he would have laughed his ass off at me on the air, and then he would have called up every comedian he knew and had a conference call and would have trashed me for an hour. I would have laughed it off. That would have been it. I wouldn't have gone on Opie, your guys' show and thrown me under the bus like it was my fault.
I don't think he said it was your fault. Like, I don't think he said that it was your fault he bombed. He just, I think he felt kind of like you kind of left him swinging.
Patrice?
Why speculate on what Patrice said?
Yeah, Patrice
when we have him on the line.
Patrice!
Listen, I just heard that horseshit tirade Billy just said.
It wasn't a tirade. That was the truth.
Okay. Listen, this is exactly what happened. Ready? Yeah. This is exactly what happened. Didn't even deserve. See, the energy I gave the situation was man Kyle. Didn't give Billy too much energy. Didn't throw you under the bus, Billy. Just you were there, so your name had to be up there. Basically, I get on the show. I go, oh, man, yo, that shit was funny. Swore, right? Man Kyle, I said, oh, man, I'm sorry. Apologetic, sorry about that. So Billy goes, and you stop me, Billy, when it's all wrong. At what point was the morning excitement when I was bombing? Let me know when I was bombing. Yo, that was some funny shit, dude.
Dude, I heard...
Wait a minute.
I know when you don't want to be doing something. You didn't want to be doing that fucking interview, dude. And when I yelled and I said, come on, Patrice, this isn't satellite radio, I thought that was going to be funny, dude. I was trying to fucking help you out.
Did you hear that? I was trying to help you out. Now, you didn't. So,
yes,
man, Kyle, wait a minute.
I didn't, not have your back. You know you should be mad at? You should be mad at the people who told you to call that station and didn't tell you that guy was going to be a dick. Dude, you realize that there was 6 other guests in that studio on mic, and every 2 seconds, Mancow fucking brings all the mics down, and I was in studio for like 15 minutes trying to figure out what the fucking vibe of that show was as that guy kept coming at me, trashing me.
I never said that you were supposed to save me, Billy. I'm just telling the story.
Why do I have like 200 fucking emails saying that I can't believe you hung Patrice out to dry and all that shit?
Yeah, but that was from people's own opinion, Billy. I'm going to tell the story again, right? I'm going to tell the story again. I get on Mancow. I go, oh, that was some funny shit. Listening to the clips and stuff he was playing. So I'm trying to ingratiate myself on some corporate horse shit. Now, I'm not disagreeing. It was just some old, hey, watch Web Junk 20 shit. That's what it was. So I go, oh, sorry about that. He goes, yeah, all right. And then you go, hey, yeah, Patrice, this is not satellite radio. I go, okay, Billy. And he goes,
No. Then he goes, hey, we got
this is free radio.
That's he introduced us, Patrice. How the fuck did you know I was already in studio?
He goes, yeah, this is free radio, and it's funny. All right, get to your show, man.
No. You're skipping over the part where he introduced us and you fucking blew me off.
Oh, okay, that's some new shit that I didn't know about.
You were doing your, I don't feel like fucking doing this. You didn't want to fucking do it, Patrice.
How's this sounding right now? But let me talk, Billy. You might not sound as fucking stupid.
What do you mean? Dude, you came in there and sat there. I didn't even get to fucking interrupt you. You talked about me for all day on Friday.
Well, you did. You just did. Now I'm on the phone.
Dude, I know you're full of shit is you reached out to Voss for an alliance on Friday. When have you ever reached out to Voss and say, oh, I'd never trash him again. Those phone-ins are difficult.
I get on the phone. You do what you do, right? Never didn't blame you. I'm just telling you that's a part of the story, right? So Mancow goes, yeah, right, yeah. This free radio, it's funny. Good blasey, right? Then he proceeds, his boy, one of the people in the studio goes, yeah, I saw the clip about the farting preacher or whatever. Mancow goes, yeah, I did that on my show 10 years ago. Yeah. You know what's funny? Go to what's his name? Fucking JimmySchubert.com. He has funny stuff on his. Yeah. All right. Click.
No.
At what point?
And then you.
At what point?
Back right there. And
wait a minute. At what point was I bombing?
Right after he trashed your show and you had nothing. There was a pause from you. And
was that right? You know where the pause was? A fucking click.
Oh, God, Patrice, you're so fucked.
Exactly. You know what?
I'm not saying the guy wasn't a
Play the clip.
I'm just saying, dude, let me ask you this. If you didn't fucking blame that whole fucking phone call on as you talked to that guy, your energy, you sounded like Shaq after a basketball game. That was like your fucking energy. And you somehow go on Opie and Anthony and you blame the whole fucking thing on me.
Now, you see, right now, I feel 10 times shittier now than I did on Mancow. Now, do you know me, Billy? You know me. That I'm not going to take somebody's fucking shit. So, if you get on the phone and go, yeah, Patrice, Buddha, da-da-da-da-da, and I'm going, what? And then you go click, and then tell me I bombed?
No, you Patrice, you fucked that interview up from the get-go.
Right. When
That's
I said
why he
shit.
snapped on you, dude.
When I said shit.
And Patrice, I never said that guy wasn't a dick. He was one of the biggest cocksuckers. The second I walked in, he was fucking trashing me. What
Here's
I'm
what you
pissed
said
about
to me, Billy.
is I fucking come back
Here's
and
what,
I get like
here's what you said to me.
fucking
Here's what you said to me, Bill.
saying that I hung you out to dry.
No,
Now,
I never said
obviously,
you hung me out
must
to
have
dry.
said
That's what
something
people
like
listening
that.
to the story said. That's what people listening to the story said. You did that, not me.
Oh, I get it. You go in and tell the story, and 200 people hear it one way, but it's their fault again.
Well,
I get it, and then you have a bad thing on Mancow, and it's my fault. I get it.
Wait a minute. Your version of the story does it make it sound completely different, Billy, or it makes it sound the same?
I don't
just
agree
because
with
you
your
have the
version,
energy,
so obviously it's going to be
just
different.
because you have the energy to say it the way you want to say it, the facts are the facts, Billy. I didn't say you threw me under the bus. I'm just saying.
Then how did like 30 people fucking get that impression?
How
do I? Hey, you're on the fucko list. Blah 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 blah. You obviously said something.
What? No. That's where.
Well, what did you say, Patrice?
Billy, anybody listening to this conversation knows what happened.
What?
Anybody listening to this conversation knows what happened.
How could they know what happened? The first half.
Because I'm telling them what happened, and you're corroborating it with your fucking screaming.
Patrice, the first half of the fucking phone call got dumped.
There was no half of the phone call, you fucking asshole.
Patrice,
it was a
30-second
of a
phone call.
A half of a phone call means
Now
if the
you're
phone
yelling.
call was a minute, 30 seconds of it would have been me sucking. You understand? That's
Why are you
what
yelling?
half of a phone call means. It was 5 seconds. That guy was a dick.
I never said he wasn't a dick, Patrice. I'm just saying, if you run into a guy and the dude's a fucking dick, I'm trying to fucking help you out, and then all of a sudden I get like 200 emails saying that I'm an asshole, so I'm saying you're full of shit.
With dicks. You don't need to help me with dicks. You don't give me fucking any motherfucking reference point on how to defend myself verbally, nigga. I know what I'm doing. I taught you how to do the shit.
What?
Yeah, you laughed that off. I taught you, Billy.
Oh, you did?
So you don't give me like fucking. You don't tell me, hey, yeah, Mancow.
He trashed your show, and you had no
guy.
comeback, and then
you
he
gotta
hung up on you. That's
defend
what
yourself
happened.
against Mancow. I don't need you to tell me that. All I need is Mancow to put me on the phone with him, give me the proper opportunity, which he didn't.
Well, look, dude.
Listen to the
I had
fucking
nothing
tape.
to do with
Listen
your
to the
horse
tape.
shit. That's all I'm saying. And you definitely said some shit, or I wouldn't have had all that fucking crap on my fucking website.
Play the fucking tape. That's all you got to do is listen to the shit. I
You're
didn't
not
think
going to
Billy
hear
was
the
supposed
beginning,
to
Patrice,
support
because
me.
it got dumped, because you cursed.
He didn't dump me.
Oh, my God.
You nigga, the phone call started off.
I was in studio.
The phone call started off
With you cursing. He dumped
Yes.
all of that. I
Yes.
think he even had that part where he introduced you and me got dumped.
Yes, he dumped it, and
Because you cursed.
After he dumped that, this motherfucker goes, yeah, okay, go to your show. And I'm like, first of all, and this is no excuse, but I'm on there being a fucking corporate cocksucker who VH1 comes back and goes, man, you didn't even have to do no shit like that. Thank you, VH1. Now I'll know.
Dude, you know what?
'Cause
They're
I'm
the
on
ones
the
you
show
should be
going,
mad at, not
yeah,
me.
Yeah, watch the show, comes on a Friday. Yeah, okay. And then somebody in the studio goes, yeah, you know what? The farting preacher, that was funny. The motherfucker goes, yeah, I did that 10 years ago. Yeah. And you know what's funny? You know what'd be a funny clip? Go to JimmySchubert.com and watch the fucking, I guess the horse guy fuck somebody, the horse fucked the guy to death. Go to JimmySchubert.com and watch something really funny. Okay, Patrice, click. Yeah.
You tell me in there where I fucked you over.
Down.
Wait, I'm going to jump in really fast because I'm hearing both sides here, and it's obvious that both of you guys don't respect Mancow. Like Patrice is.
I fucking don't.
Yeah, I know, but
You see that shit? You see what he just did there? See how he keeps setting me up to be like I was out there kissing that fucking asshole?
Yeah, but
I wasn't. That guy was a fucking asshole.
I don't know if Bill said it before Patrice got on the line, but Bill was saying how he doesn't respect him either because he pulls some shit when you go into his studio, like he trashes you and knocks you down, and he doesn't give you a chance because he works the microphones where you can't even get on mic.
Hey, Opie, can I just say something right now?
Yeah, go.
Opie, let me just tell you something.
No, I'm not saying anyone's an asshole. Trust me. I like both of you guys. I mean...
Opie, let me just tell you something. When I returned Patrice's phone call afterwards, I'm just breaking his balls the way we break balls at the cellar. The dude hung up on him. It's the fucking Man Cow show. Who gives a fuck? And he is immediately just trying to avoid the whole fucking trash. And I mean, I just did to him what he would have done to me. He would have had teeth on fucking freeway and all that shit. I was just teasing him. That was it. But I think he was afraid that I was going to go on Opie and Anthony and go, oh my God, Patrice, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't even going to bring this shit up. And all of a sudden he spins it the whole fucking other direction. And I get all these fucking messages on my website like I didn't fucking stick up for him and I'm a fucking asshole. And then I called him up to find out what he said, and he's all fucking giggling like a girl, like, tee-hee, I didn't say anything, ha-ha,
I didn't say that.
And
I didn't
shit
say you were
like that.
giggling like
Right
a
there,
girl.
I knew he was full of shit.
I didn't say you was giggling like a girl. And
I said you were.
If you listen,
When I called you up,
to
Patrice.
Billy, I'll let him finish. Maybe I'll get in there. Go ahead, Billy.
Well, I've been listening to you when you talk, Patrice, and I shut up, and you've been fucking interrupting me.
You see where this is going? This shit is like, hey, trashing you like you trash me. This, hey, I listen to you like you listen to me. I'm telling you, this shit is just some shit. Billy doesn't know how to give shit. I teach you how to give shit, Billy. You don't give shit.
Patrice,
I do.
Patrice, you can't take a trashing.
Are you fucking out of your mind,
Patrice,
Billy?
you can dish it out, but you can't take it. The dude hung up on you.
Know who I am.
You a little bit, and you got pissed, and then you went into Opie and Anthony, and you fucking threw me under the bus. That's what the fuck happened.
Know me.
Holy shit.
You know me, Billy.
I know you, and I know you.
Stop talking like I'm a fucking stranger to you.
I teased you a little bit. I laughed at you, and you got mad, and then you took it out, and you flipped out and went on O&A and trashed me. That's what happened.
And you think that's a trashing. If I ever heard you like that, I would never trash you like that. I'd be like, that man, you know what, that motherfucker played you. But you...
Oh, that's amazing.
Billy.
Oh, I get it.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, if it was the other way around.
It's Billy.
You would have laughed on air, and then you would have had a conference call of every comedian I know, and you would have trashed me.
You don't know what trashing is, Billy.
Bling, bling, bang, bang.
What?
Sorry, just the headline of the Post today. I thought it made sense here right now.
All right, yo. They telling me I gotta go.
No, not at all. I get what happened here. See, Patrice, that pussy Man Cow didn't give you a chance to even defend yourself on his show, which is so lame it's not even funny. We allow people to defend themselves all the time on this show. And Patrice felt, Bill, that you were kind of taking Man Cow's side on the whole thing. Is that fair, Patrice? To sum it up?
No. I don't feel like he was taking Man Cow's side at all.
Well,
I felt like... Matter of fact, I didn't feel... if you listen to anything I said, it wasn't like, hey, blame Billy. Like, even when I said fucking the CSI Billy, the only thing I put on Billy is that he mentioned, hey, this ain't satellite radio, which gave this cocksucker, and it ain't blame, but it gave him an in to do what he does. I'm not saying, hey, I'm famous and da-da-da, but fucking man, shitty.
Hey, Sweet Knees.
Eric knows who I am.
Patrice, I had like fucking 15 O&A fans come up to me on my Friday night show going, dude, what happened between you and Patrice? I go, he's just fucking around. They go, no, it sounded kind of serious. We were kind of fucking around, but it sounded kind of serious.
I'm cursing out Man Cow. You're part of it.
You see,
there was no joking in it, but it wasn't fuck Billy. It wasn't fuck Billy. It's the same energy that Anthony used.
That's the only reason why I called in today.
When we called you CSI, it was the same energy that I used that with. That's the energy I used your name with, was the same energy with, thank you, Bill, for saying I'm on fucking satellite. And the reason I said thank you on that show the way I did is because exactly what he did. It was over.
Well, I know, Patrice, it's funny how you somehow didn't trash me, but everybody took it that way, and people came to my fucking show saying that you trashed me.
Well, what did they say I said, Bill?
They basically said, like, yo, what happened between you and Patrice?
Yeah,
and
what did you say?
Dude, can I fucking finish?
What did you say?
Can I finish, Patrice?
Go ahead.
They come up to me. Okay, first of all, I got like 30 fucking emails calling me a dick, and I'm not loyal to the show, and I don't have your back. I got 30 of those fucking emails, and then I get like 10 listeners on the Friday night show going, what the fuck happened between you and Patrice? And I go, he was fucking around, right? And they go, no. He kind of sounded like he was serious.
Okay, so you got secondhand fucking information.
Yeah, 50 fucking
What did they say I said, Bill? That trashed you.
They said that you said I didn't have your... I don't know exactly word for fucking word what they said.
Well, get the fucking exact word for word, Bill.
Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. I get 30 fucking emails, and I got 10 guys coming up to me. I mean, they all heard it the wrong fucking way.
What the fuck did they say I said?
Oh, you know what? They didn't have a fucking stenographer there to read it exactly back.
So, really,
whatever vibe you put up, that's
all
I'm
fucking
saying.
courtroms have a stenographer, Billy, or it ain't court. So if you put me on trial for those fucking fans that turned on you for their own reasons, get yourself a fucking stenographer, Bill. Go get one.
Patrice, whatever, dude, whatever vibe you put out there, all I'm saying is I'm responding to that shit.
All right, the vibe. All right, well, Billy, I'm sorry for the vibe I put out there, dude.
Dude, and I'm sorry you didn't want to do that fucking
I apologize.
And then blamed it on me.
I apologize for the vibe. I apologize for you getting swept up in the shit. I'm going to tell you now, on the air, that energy was towards Mankind, what he did. It wasn't towards you, Billy. So I apologize. I hope some of these fans who heard it and heard me put out a fucking vibe accept the apology.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I mean, Patrice is pissed off that, Mancow was such a wimp and didn't give him a chance to, go at him.
Dude, and you know something? I 100% support the guy in that. That guy is like, that Mancow dude, he's a total fucking control freak. He's one of those guys, you walk in, and the first thing he has to do is he has to knock you down because you got some TV credits or whatever. Like the second I walked in, this is the first thing he said to me. I come walking into the studio. They're doing their show, and I kind of like whispered to like one of the dudes there because the mics were on. And I go, "Hey man, get me some headphones," and he goes, "Yeah, don't worry, superstar, we'll get you some cans."
Yeah.
Shit. So right off the bat, so this is my head, right?
Look, I'm not taking anyone's side, but I want to help Bill out a little bit just because it sounds like Bill was in a tough spot to begin with.
Dude, and he had 7 fucking. He's got this rapping Mexican, right? He's got this guy who's got a book. He had the lead singer from one of those INXS shows. He had his third mic guy, the hot intern, some loud guy, and then there's me. There's fucking 7 of us on the fucking mic, and this dude every 2 seconds is grabbing. He's on the mixing board, bringing all our fucking mics down, his shit up. He is like.
I've heard many times that this guy does all these little tricks.
Yeah, dude,
he'll turn your fucking mics down because he has to be the most important person in the room at all times. Howard does the same fucking shit.
Dude, and then he's one of these guys, and he, like, at the end of the fucking show, he's going to me, he's going, so Bill, so the Schveldt show's off the air, so your career is basically over, right? And then I'm fucking, I'm like, all right, this guy's a dick, laughing. I go, no, dude, I got an HBO special. And he's like, oh, yeah, did it air yet? I go, yeah, it aired back in September. He goes, yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm like, well, it's doing great things for me, Mancow. It's like, whatever, you're and then I swear to God, the second he gets off the air, then he's like he's like a little puppy coming up to you. Oh, did you have a good time? Was everything, have a good time? And all
phony
that shit. Like,
fucking ass.
Yeah, I had a great time. Whatever.
I hate that phony shit.
Yeah, I mean, it was that shit. So it's like the only reason why I laughed when he hung up on Patrice is because he did it in such like kind of like a seller, like I'm just being an over-the-top dick. So when I called Patrice back and he was saying Mancow's a dick, I'm just laughing the way I would laugh at another comedian. I wasn't going to call you guys up and go, Patrice bombed on that show, blah, blah. I wasn't going to do any of that shit. And then I'm fucking out there the next day. I got to do Mancow again because, that's my shit. I'm working at Zany's. They're sending me. I got to do the fucking media, right? And then I come home and there's all this shit on my fucking website saying Patrice fucking, you didn't have Patrice's back, you did this to Patrice, you did that to Patrice, you did this to
Patrice never said that.
I think part of the reason is there's such a hatred between O&A and Mancow that the fans, because I think if it happened on another show, there wouldn't have been, like, the fans wouldn't have reacted.
Yeah, all our fans know how much we hate that douche, that phony ass. So I guess they were hoping, knowing that Patrice was in a bad spot and you were in studio, that maybe they were hoping that you were gonna really just go at it.
But I'll be honest, when I first heard it, and it wasn't the way Patrice said it. He didn't tell me at all that Billy fucked me. He didn't say that at all. He just kind of told me what happened. And when you're calling into a radio show, especially a hostile one like that, I mean, it's a tough phone call. And then you got a friend in studio. And you feel, my first thought was like, fuck, man, why didn't Bill go to bat for him? It wasn't, Patrice didn't throw you under the bus when we were talking. He didn't say, Bill fucked me. He just told me what happened.
Yeah, we'll help Free Radio today. Someone get a hold of Mancow and we'll put this challenge out. Let Patrice talk on your fucking radio show.
Yeah.
Let's see how good you really are at this talk radio shit.
I'll have a good time talking, but it's like, okay, me and Mancow verbally, it's like going in there and it's like trying to have a boxing match, but you can't wear all your equipment.
Right.
Because as soon as I go, Mancow, you're this, or I'm not going to have a clever quip with this faggot. He knows what he did, and he knows how he is. And he'll go, okay, he can't talk, and blah, blah, blah. Fuck him.
How can you fight with a guy that has a fake voice?
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Well, let me tell you something.
And it's like,
tell you a thing or two.
I'm going to tell you a thing or two after this 20-minute commercial break.
Exactly, dude. But it's like, I'll have a fun time talking to him at any point that he wants to talk. And that's the story. That's the story I was given, what that pussy did. But at the same time, to hear Bill, before I was on the phone, say I was bombing, and Bill just explained how he was in studio for a fucking whatever minute.
I got
to get a chance.
All right, listen.
Fucking defend himself.
I got audio. It's like 2 minutes. I don't know if it's from our show or his show. I have no idea. Oh, it's Mancow's show?
Oh.
All right, we got the actual audio.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, we've got Patrice on. Patrice!
Listen to this.
Hey, we got Patrice on. Patrice!
And he already hates you going into this.
Oh, we've got Patrice on. Patrice!
Hey. The hell do you think this is?
Hey.
VH1? No.
They don't curse on VH1.
They should.
Do you know this guy, Bill?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Patrice.
No, wait. Hold on a minute. We got to give it a second or two before we put Filthy on.
Yeah.
So obvious. Before we put Filthy on. What a douchebag.
See, that's what
all right, I'm going to explain.
I'm talking about. Like,
well,
it started off bad, and when I said that satellite radio shit, I was that in my mind, that was a fucking joke. And the second I said that shit, I was like, that was like me saying fucking Pepsi at a Coke convention, because now he's going to fucking snap even more.
Right.
So,
let me.
When I called up today and said that you were bombing, I was just trying to give you shit back, because I felt like, the shit I was reading and all the crap on my fucking website, I'm like, there's no way this dude didn't fucking throw me to the dogs, because the response on my site is, like, ridiculous.
I even said it twice on their show, on O&A show, is, look, I don't want to put Billy in no funny shit. That's the thing, it was about Mancow. So the way the story was taken, the energy that was, look, man, it is what it is, and I don't want you to be in no fucking spot. I called Opie the other day, man, I hope this motherfucking shit don't put Billy in a fucking shitty spot. I just don't want it to happen like that. It's a Mancow thing, and you happen to be there, unfortunately, and you happen to open your big fucking mouth, unfortunately.
All right, let's listen to the audio.
See that shit?
I
opened my big fucking.
All right, hold on. We got the audio, so let's see if you opened your big mouth, okay? All I want to do here is set it up where obviously Patrice was on hold listening to Mancow's show.
He dumped.
No, I know. I'm going to explain. I know exactly what happened. Something funny was happening as Patrice was on the phone. So when they finally went to Patrice gave an honest comment and said, wow, that was some funny shit. Forgot that, you're just talking normally like you do. And that's why they dumped. Patrice wasn't trying to start any trouble. He was like, oh, wow, that was funny shit, or whatever he said. So obviously, if you're on free radio, you got to dump that crap out. He hits the dump button. That takes 7 seconds away, I would guess.
And during that time, that's when I go, hey, come on, Patrice, this isn't satellite radio.
All right, wait, we're going to listen. Now we're going to pick up the tape.
All right.
Yeah.
Patrice.
No, wait, hold on a minute. We got to give it a second or two before we put Filthy on.
Yes.
Ugh.
His fourth or fifth word was a curse word?
Yeah. Right out of the box.
That ain't right.
Patrice.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Okay, buddy. Patrice O'Neill is on. Bill Burr is here.
Billy, what's up, man?
Yo, this isn't satellite radio.
Thanks, sweetie.
This is actually funny, and you don't have to pay for it.
Right.
Fuck you two in your fight. That guy is a dick. Satellite radio. He's got to bash us, too. And satellite radio. Like, there's nothing funny or fun going on here.
Yeah, nothing at all, right?
What a cock.
Nothing at all. Why don't you go to audible.com and see how unfunny we are? So the biggest thing being downloaded on audible.com, because we're doing some very funny and entertaining radio for people.
Bring it right back to us?
Well, you know what's funny about doing radio now? It's like fucking West Side Story. It's like you do... Every fucking town you go into, it's like everybody hates everybody now.
Yeah.
And then you throw in the extra fucking terrestrial versus satellite and all that fucking shit. It's like Bloods and Crips out there. Everywhere you go, and you're just fucking trying to be like, oh, I'm at the Chuckle Hut this fucking weekend, blah, 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 blah. And just...
Well,
there's no way not to step in shit on these things.
This is what I have to say to free radio today. Bling, bling, bang, bang. How do you like them apples? Ooh. Tough talk. Back to the tape.
Right. Are they abusing satellite over there, Bill?
No, that's the first time I brought it up. That was probably a bad thing. It's like Coke and Pepsi.
Nice talking to you, sweetie.
Sweetie. I know. Get on to your thing. Sorry.
What is web junk?
Web junk, it's a little thing that comes on VH1 11:30 on Friday nights. It's just me and all those little goofy clips you see over the internet. And, it's just one of those enjoyable little shows that you just sit and you watch. And
it's a great show. Hilarious. You just had the Reverend farting.
Yeah,
you showed me that a long time ago.
I've had that video forever.
They just had that on there, and it's the greatest thing ever.
What you say, you had it forever?
Yeah, I've had it for 10 years.
Yeah, I think there's some stuff on there that's been on there since the internet and, evolved, but, they just put me on to, talk about it for people who didn't see it, I'd never seen it before until so.
Go to JimmySchubert.com. There's a link. And if you want to see something great, they've got that brothel in Seattle of a horse.
The horse human brothel in Seattle, and he's mixed it into the Brokeback Mountain trailer.
It's great.
It is. You'll never unwatch it.
Unwatch it.
All right, Patrice O'Neill, thank you.
It's a great show.
Not as great as I Love the 80s.
I forgot about that shot.
Wow. Holy shit.
I forgot about that one.
You know who that was for? That was for me. He was trashing me, saying, something about me being on I Love the 80s. I came in there, and I was making fun of, how everything on my resume is, canceled or whatever. And I was talking, Chappelle's show, I had been on Tough Crowd, blah, 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 and I mentioned I Love the 80s, and that became his dig at me. So he wasn't directing that at Patrice. He was directing that at me, and then he just dove back into the show again.
I'll say that guy jumping in with the Jimmy Schubert comment, that wasn't Mancow that said that was another guy. I don't know if that was done to slam you, Patrice, or if that was just a guy raising something.
I thought that was Mancow.
No, I think that was actually just a guy commenting, oh, dude, I saw this other video. Because I think that was the same guy that said your show was good, and he kind of... I don't think that guy was trying to shit on you.
No, but Mancow goes to go to JimmySchubert.com.
Oh, no, it was Mancow's guy.
Oh, that wasn't Mancow.
Yeah, that's his third mic.
It was definitely
Mancow jumped on it though and said how funny it was,
I
and
can still suck my balls.
Yeah,
and then just all right, Patrice, click.
Yeah. Why did he hang up on you? That I didn't.
Yeah,
get. He just hung up on you.
That's what I'm saying, man. That I'm sitting there going, what? I'm doing the goofy shit. In record time, watch this. I'm waiting for him. I'm hoping he clicks, but hoping he goes, thank you for coming. Thanks for having me. But it's I did that 10 years ago. What?
Hey, Billy, what happened? What happened right after he hung up? Did he say anything?
No. He just immediately goes in. That show is bizarre. He kept doing the hate. I don't know if it was a running joke. They would do shit okay, we're going to the commercial, and coming up next we have Travis Barker from the fucking
Meet
Travis Barker show or something, and I was forever taking my headphones off thinking they were going to commercial, and then he would come right back. It was some sort of gag that they would do, and it was a really schizo kind of fucking show, and he does this thing where he just points at people and brings their mics up, then you got to start talking. Like, he's one of those guys where it's not like you don't come in there and hang out and just shoot the shit like on your show.
You mean real radio?
You go in, and he's like, they're like, it's like a test. They go, give him 5 questions, you know, for him to ask you, and just, you wouldn't say shit for 40 minutes, and then he'd just all of a sudden point at me and be like, so, Bill, are you married? And I'm like, oh, shit, now I'm the fucking stand-up robot. And then you just jump in and do that shit.
Right.
And it's like one of those deals. And, like, it was almost like OCD, the way he kept bringing everybody's mics down and then putting his up. But it's like as little power as, like, Patrice has on the phone. When you're in there, you have the only other option you have is maybe to run around to his mic and wrestle it out of his fucking hand to somehow say what you're going to say.
Yeah, you don't get a chance to say shit on most radio shows.
If he fucking, like, ended that call, right?
Huh?
Can you please take Billy
Patrice,
off the fucko list, please?
What?
Can you take Billy off the fucko list so he can sleep better now?
Well, Anthony put him on the fucko list. So.
Yes, Anthony.
Now, let me address that.
A lot of people are saying that Anthony actually put Bill Burr
I caused
on
the whole thing because I put Bill Burr on the fucko list. Do you honestly think that I would seriously put Billy on the fucko list?
You're getting him back for those comments about your cook.
The guy that invented the guy that invented the mousetrap gag.
I felt tension between you and Bill Burr the first time he sat in for Jim Norton.
There was never tension between me and Billy.
This is your payback for all the comments about the cook that you're banging.
Never tension between me and Billy.
Because he's fair-skinned and handsome.
I enjoy Billy's company. I love the man.
By the way, before these two go, Bill Burr has bigger problems anyway, Patrice.
What's that?
I am convinced Bill Burr was the white guy that laughed a little too hard at the Dave Chappelle bit.
Oh, dude, that was another thing Mancow was doing to me. He was going, Dave Chappelle's on drugs, right? And I'm like, no, man, he's not on drugs. He goes, yeah, he is. He's on drugs. And I'm like, dude, I've hung out with the guy. He's not on drugs. And then he goes, I just saw that clip on Oprah. He's like, I know people who are on drugs. He's on drugs. And then, boom, then they go, like, into the fucking commercial.
No, Patrice and I discussed that as I was driving back from Philly, and Patrice has got the angle on it. The guy's nuts.
Dude,
the guy is nuts.
My sister has the same look in her eye, and Dave needs help.
Well, you think so? I haven't heard the clip or anything.
Do you think you can't hear a clip? You have to.
No, you got to watch him.
Billy, do you think it was the white guy you said that was laughing at the clip? I'm going to guess Neil Brennan.
Well, if you look at the Time magazine, this shit's all documented, yo. If you look at the Time magazine thing, Neil's quote is that basically they were corroborating each other. So Neil's quote. In that Time magazine, the one with that had Bill Gates, promoting Xbox 360 in it.
Yeah.
And Neil goes, and I'm paraphrasing. He's like, Dave said people are laughing at me, which he was talking about on Oprah. And Neil says, how can we laugh at you? How can we make you look like a fool? You run the show.
And Neil was his head writer and all that, and really good friend, by the way.
No one can make you look like a fool.
And Neil, according to Chappelle, Neil never called Dave after he went AWOL.
How can you not call? Listen, if I'm on your coattails my entire life, and fuck friendship, maybe we're friends, but on a business level, $50 million flew across the continent. Right. I'm going to fucking try to find my $500,000 or whatever the fuck I'm entitled to.
Well, Chappelle was on Oprah, and he was doing a skit. It was obviously, a hardcore black skit or whatever. And some white guy was laughing a little too hard, and Dave was like, oh, now they're laughing at me instead of with me. And I turned to Lindsay and went, Bill Burr. Oh. Bill Burr wrecked the whole thing. Bill Burr wrecked the whole thing.
Jesus. Fucking Bill Burr is Mrs. Neary's cow.
Because basically you were the only... it was you and what's-his-name were the only white guys that were in skits. And I'm like, he had to be on set. I bet you Bill was laughing too hard. Dave said that motherfucking honky. And Bill, you blew up everyone's spot.
That's it. I destroyed the Chappelle show. I destroyed Vince. I destroyed the Chappelle show.
I want to...
Mrs. Neary.
And I didn't knock out Mancow.
I want to see if this is the clip really fast. We got some
O'Leary.
Yeah, we got some Oprah clips. Funny. Chappelle on Oprah. Listen to this. I think this is the clip where Dave explains why he walked away.
Everybody wants to know, why'd you walk away from $50 million?
Well, I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstances. They were coming with the newfound plateau.
Yeah.
It takes a while when you punch through to adjust to the atmosphere. It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay. When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see it before. Look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through, and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always
so Dave didn't take the money and came off as being crazy.
Seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
He never answered anything. He was just...
And Oprah goes, and?
Right.
Yeah.
She was getting frustrated.
I understand his point, but he's talking about people that kind of broke through to that next plateau, and as they were riding it out, caught a lot of shit, made a lot of money, but then they're in the tabloids and they get ripped apart.
Was it racial, though? Because he pointed out two black people. He pointed out Mariah and Martin Lawrence. Was he saying that something about when blacks get to a certain level, or was he just talking about celebrity in general?
I think celebrity in general. I don't know.
But Mariah Carey is an awful example because she was already a multimillionaire before she signed that $100 million
deal. Yeah, it seems
deal.
like, all right, Dave, you made the plateau, but you were up on the plateau for like 5 minutes and decided that it was, a little too much to deal with. And then he did everything he thought was going to get him not to be the person that broke through, and they ripped apart and labeled as crazy. And they labeled him as twice as crazy.
But if Chappelle's a guy, like, he is in charge. If he's doing like a bit where he's like, I feel like I'm being a Sambo or whatever he felt like, just don't do that bit. I mean, you are the boss. You could definitely fucking veto anything you want to veto.
He could do 80 Sambo bits where he shuffles and tap dances, and it wouldn't cancel out the comedy that he put on that show that was fantastic and cutting edge and what I think would be empowering to black people. It was amazing shit. I just saw an episode that I hadn't seen because Comedy Central is still cha-chinging away at that fucking show.
Empowering to black people. That sounded great.
It absolutely wasn't. I never talk like that.
I know. That's why I was laughing.
But, he got away with a lot of stuff that a lot of people wouldn't have gotten away with, and it was funny shit. That fucking, when they went back in time and looked at themselves as slaves, that is some of the funniest fucking shit ever. And he walked away from it. Wait.
Well, he talks in this next clip about social irresponsibility.
And, hey, Opie, you got to understand that listening to clips is doing this thing an injustice of really understanding.
No, Patrice, I'm so with you. I went home after we talked on the phone. I had it on DVR. I watched the entire thing. There is something in that guy's eyes that is just not right.
It's not. These clips are
because he's still a funny guy, no matter what.
Very funny.
He's a genius. He is a genius. But man, that dude. And if you watch the fucking show, man, Oprah's heart starts to go out to the dude, man.
Yeah.
She starts to realize what's going on, and she stops trying to really interview him.
Well, this is the best. This is the best clip from the whole thing. It's where he talks about social irresponsibility with the bits he was coming up with, and he also mentions Bill Burr laughing too much and blowing up everyone's spot. It's you, Bill, isn't it? It was you, Bill.
And I called in, man, and I cursed, and he dumped out.
Yeah, now I'm going to call Oprah, and me and Dave are going to argue over the phone.
Wasn't it, Bill? Wasn't it?
It was in your tone, Dave.
It's Bill Burr that he talks about here. I'm convinced of it. Listen to this clip.
Like, there's this one sketch we did that was about this pixie that would appear whenever racist things happen. Whenever someone make you feel like they calling you that N-word, but don't say it. And it was funny. And the premise of the sketch was that every race had this, like, pixie, this, like, racial complex. And, but the pixie was in blackface. Now, blackface is a very difficult image. But the reason I had chosen blackface at the time was because this was going to be the visual personification of the N-word. It was a good spirit or intention behind it. But what I didn't consider is how many people watch the show and how the way people use television is subjective. So then when I'm on the set and we're finally taping the sketch, somebody on the set that was white laughed in such a way. I know the difference of people laughing with me and people laughing at me. And it was the first time I'd ever gotten a laugh that I was uncomfortable with. Not just uncomfortable, but like, should I fire this person?
Bill, comment?
What about that? I mean, I don't know. I thought that was fucking interesting.
Bill, comment? I am convinced it's Bill Burr blew up this whole fucking Chappelle thing.
Look,
we got him on the phone. Were you on set? Hold on, Bill. Were you on set for that bit?
If you look at my reel from the Chappelle show, I had nothing to do with that sketch.
Were you on set for that bit?
I want you to refer them to my lawyer. I'm not answering any of them.
Not only were you on set, but while he was doing that, you were laughing and stomping and pointing and yelling, 3/5 of a vote, 3/5 of a vote.
Oh, Bill, we've spent a lot of time with you on this radio show. All I want to know, were you on set?
Listen, I'm going to tell you something right now.
Call Oprah. It was Bill Burr.
None of the shit I've done on your show is admissible as evidence. You can't bring up other crimes that I've done to convict me of that crime. I do know that shit.
I was watching that going, holy shit, Bill Burr blew up everyone's spot.
Bill is one of the least racist people I've ever seen.
That isn't true. You're just a fucking white guy with an arsenal. You set the bar so fucking high.
Maybe that's it. I'm just looking at, like, I could look at Klan members and go, he's a reasonable man.
Yeah. Well, Bill's a good guy. He didn't laugh at Mississippi burning. And you know what? Chappelle is a little nuts because one guy over laughing during one sketch, the whole key is like the whole time Dave goes, well, I did this and I did that. All right, man, so it was a misfire. Redo the bit or talk to the guy and ask him what the problem is.
But see, Norty, that's why you like analyzing this thing like on like a certain level is not the right place to go because you can rationalize out of each of those things. It's like if Opie goes, hey man, this motherfucker was laughing at me. Well, you know what? How about this? Get the fuck out the studio, boss. That's the boss talking.
Right.
Get out of my face. Stop laughing. You know what? You're distracting me with your at-me laughs. Now get out of here, fuckface. That's what it's so easy to just say that. That's what I'm saying. Each thing, like, and Oprah wouldn't go there because at some point she knew what was going on, man. At some point she knew what was going on.
Either he's crazy or has just the greatest ethics that I've ever seen because if I was being offered $50 million, I would stand up on this console naked and have people laugh at my penis and wouldn't care. I wouldn't fucking care.
Well, now he's saying he would come back, but that $50 million he wants to give to causes.
I always honestly felt that Dave likes to be on the outside looking in, and he got sucked into the whole, you can't go anywhere kind of famous. You know what I mean? They were doing this little sketch show on Comedy Central. I mean, I guess South Park kind of blew up, but I mean, for it to take off the way the fucking thing did, I don't think, and then he's going out doing his shows and everybody's yelling out shit. I mean, I always looked at it like, until you're in that guy's position with all that kind of pressure on him, I mean, I can't really sit there and be, you know what I would have done if I would have done it this way, I would have done it that way. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he thought the bits were social irresponsibility on his part.
Which is such a pain that black people have to go through that you motherfuckers don't, is that y'all can do any goofy shit you want and not think about how it makes the white people look.
Don't fucking
Well, the black people shouldn't think of that. He shouldn't think of that.
Holy shit, that was genius stuff. It was hysterically funny.
It was great shit. But and some of those, to be as funny as you want to be, you got to be uninhibited. And sometimes you're going to have people go, oh, that was, I didn't like that whole thing where he put on the black face and tapped,
Was that happening? A lot of black guys probably coming up to him going, hey, Dave, I like your show.
Someone got to him.
But, what the fuck, man? You're making us look like Sambos.
We got to represent other black people. That's a pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking pressure.
See, no, you guys got to get past the fucking representing for each other and just do what's.
Look, I agree with you, man. I fucking absolutely agree with you because, I only agree with you because I'm absolving black people. I'm saying get over it because white people can do it. White people can just run around and do anything they want. Jim Carrey can dress as a green hunk of shit. He can dress as a fuck. He can play a pixie. Whatever he wants to do. No white people sit around and go, "Oh, Jim Carrey's making us look like buffoons."
Right. Well, Chappelle brought up a great point on Oprah, saying, "What's going on with the black man when he gets any kind of success? Hollywood wants to throw the black man in a dress." And then he has an example. He's on a set. He's doing a movie, and it wasn't even a scene that was written. And all of a sudden, there's a dress in his trailer, and the director or somebody comes in and goes, "Yeah, you're going to break out of prison with," I think it was Martin Lawrence, and you're going to break out of prison as a prostitute, a black prostitute.
Isn't that's Chapter 8 of the Racist Handbook?
Yeah, and Dave Chappelle's like, "I ain't fucking wearing the dress, don't feel comfortable." And they were so bummed out, they're trying to talk him into wearing the dress. He made a pretty good point, you know?
Yeah.
He goes, "I don't need to wear a dress to be funny. If those guys need to wear a dress to be funny, then so be it, but I'm not doing that."
And then they also go, "But so-and-so wore it, so-and-so wore it, so-and-so." And he goes, "Well, doesn't that make it kind of hack at this point?"
Yeah, that's right, he did say
that show was so good, man.
Right.
They really, if anybody...
He trashed Milton Berle, though, with the dress thing. I'm like, come on. All right, Milty wore the dress, but he was funny for other things as well. He wasn't a hack.
And it was in the 50s, and he didn't have the freedom Comedy Central gave Dave. When Milton Berle wore a dress. What was that, 1954?
Yeah, we got to stick up for Whitey, man.
Absolutely.
Look good in the dress.
Milton and his big cock.
That's right. Big homo Milton Berle.
All right. So there we're at. You guys all right?
Yeah, look, I'm fine, man. I mean, well, I'm fine, but, you know, like I said, I apologize to Billy for putting him in a spot with anybody that walked up on him.
I don't know. I apologize for fucking going off some drunk O&A's talking about your tone.
All right. Well, they're saying I got to go.
Can you guys play some sad music now?
Yeah, let's play the whole... No, we'll just let it go. Patrice is gone. All right, Bill, thanks. I heard you killed in Chicago, by the way. I said that earlier. I want to say it again.
Oh, all right.
Are we promoting anything today?
No, I got nothing.
All right.
February 24th, 25th in Albany. I'll be there.
Oh.
Why can't I plug during that argument?
Looking forward to it.
Oh, me too.
Bill, this is your last chance before people are convinced that you blew up Dave Chappelle's whole thing.
Listen, I told you right now, I got a lawyer, and I'm not allowed to talk about this stuff at this point. And
I couldn't even.
I'm just saying, in the end, the truth's going to come out.
I couldn't even come up with a second name. I couldn't.
Yeah, right. Who else?
And I knew some of the players in that show. Just being around a while, I'm like Bill Burr. Bill Burr.
He said it was a boom mic guy. Come on, man. I was talent on that.
Bill's off the fucko list.
Oh, look at that.
Jackass.
Good luck, bro. Good luck.
All right, take it easy.
Bye, sweetie.
Later, Bill.
Bye, Jimmy.
See you, buddy.
All right, that killed an hour. Cool.
I like Billy.
Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah. I could see what happened there. I could absolutely see. It's the same stuff. It's like Crash. It's kind of sometimes, you see things, the same situation in two different ways.
Yeah.
Bill saw it from where he was sitting on the show. Patrice saw it from where he was on the other end of a telephone. And the common denominator there was the fact that Mancow is a fucking cunt bag. And
the story's about him, the control freak that he is. I mean,
everyone that has to do his show, they say that too. They go, "Oh, I have to do his show," because comics you gotta plug your gig. You gotta make deals with the fucking devil. You gotta plug your fucking gig.
Well, he's the one market sensation in Chicago. Good for him.
So if you're playing Chicago,
he's done great for Chicago, and that's about it.
People don't go, "Oh, great, I'm going on Mancow's show." They go, "Yeah, I gotta do Mancow,"
right?
Because they know it's sitting there with a control freak at the mic, turning you up and down at will. When you're trying to get something out, it's not like coming in here and just hanging out and talking like real human beings.
Okay.
It's Mr. Phony Radio Voice trying to make himself feel better by just knocking everyone down in the studio.
Right.
It's better to have everyone in the studio knock down strangers to feel better about
I thought
ourselves.
it was strange because he's
or the disabled.
Yeah. He has the farting preacher video that's been out there forever. He's like, I had that 10 years ago. But you weren't doing TV.
Yeah.
You didn't have a place to put that clip so people could enjoy it.
But Patrice's
downloaded it off. He downloaded it off of his fucking 28.8 modem.
This is the first time that clip was available to a mass media.
Right. And Patrice answered that.
Who cares? 10 years ago, no one saw it.
He's like, well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that people like that's been around for a while, and I hadn't seen it. I mean, that was the right response to give.
Still being cool about it.
And it's the way it's presented. Patrice is very funny. And the way he's goofing on the clips and comes back with his little quips and his facial expressions makes it funny. It's not just, we'll show a clip, then just have nobody standing there and just roll a half hour of fucking clips.
Yeah.
That'll be successful, right?
So Patrice was frustrated because Mancow just hung up on him. I mean, if you're such a great talk show host, let Patrice go at it with you, Mancow. Yeah. You'll get beaten down so fast it's not even funny.
Oh.
So Patrice is like, God damn it, that guy, just hung me out to dry, meaning Mancow, and hung up on me. Didn't give me a shot to do anything or come back at him. And then Patrice is like, well, one of my boys is in studio, one of my comedy friends, he'll take care of the situation.
Yeah.
But in all fairness to Bill Burr, Bill felt like he was in a weird spot because it's not a comfortable environment to do anything.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to be in.
It's 1 against 8 at that point. Or whatever, how many people
and that's what I meant by, the context of it and the situation that Bill is in. It's not like Bill was sitting on a show like this.
Right.
Sitting in this fucking, controlling atmosphere where, what do? It's uncomfortable right from the start. What a douchebag.
You always got to go to bat for your friends, but in that situation, listening to that and knowing that he got kind of assaulted as soon as he walked in the studio, that is a tough situation to be in, man. I mean, it's like, you're like, what the fuck?
You poor motherfuckers, man. Got to just travel around the country like some fucking carnival. Go on these asshole hack shows to hawk your wares.
Someone was
telling how you do it.
Someone was telling me recently too that the rest of radio out there absolutely hates us.
Yeah, we are completely fucking hated.
We've been calling them out for over a year, and now unfortunately our comedian friends, when they travel, get the brunt of the shit we've been saying for the last year.
A bunch of shows I can't do, man.
I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
The reports I get back from these guys, they call me all the time. It's like, dude, they fucking hate you guys.
Well, you know what the deal is? Every month that we are still on and gaining more subscribers and being more successful, they hate us even more. To them, we were supposed to be gone after 6 months.
Yeah, remember this?
6 months on satellite, we disappear.
They laughed at us when we signed with XM.
Oh, well, it's over for them. That's it. Radio graveyard. But no, just about a year and a half later, we're bigger than we were. And it's not slowing down.
No.
And it pisses them off because they got to sit there and dump out of the word shit and get all fucking pissy about it. And we could sit here and talk about whatever we want.
And we're not bringing many shows with us.
No.
They're all going to sit there and just rot.
Not good enough. They're not fucking good enough.
We have a few guys we like and we think are good enough, and that's it. That's it. The rest of them could burn in hell.
You know what show was really funny in L.A.? I really got a good laugh at it. Was the John and Jeff show.
Oh, God. Did you listen to him when you were in L.A.?
Yeah, I was at my friend's house, and I was listening to the John and Jeff program.
Sounds funny. Just say the name again.
John and Jeff.
I can't see.
They were pretty funny guys.
Wow.
Following that logic, Opie and Anthony should be really funny because we have a really funny name.
That just makes me want to kill people. The "and" thing really is bad.
Opie and Anthony?
It's the only thing you can,
After the way the fucking Opes parties go, this should be called the Mary Tyler Moore and Anthony Show.
Ooh. The Mary Tyler Moore bad party callback. Wow.
My party was all right.
That was cool. A couple of snack tables. Not bad.
No, did you have high def on your TV?
No.
Jesus H. Christ.
No.
What year is it? High definition.
No, I don't have the HD.
You need the HD.
I got to sign up for that now, too.
I just
got onto the DVR. Now the next step is the high def.
Now you got to get them, because now they got to come over with a high definition.
I understand.
DVR.
It's fine. It's fine.
I was watching the Super Bowl HD, and then you switch back to regular television, and you're like, why the fuck? Why are we watching any TV like this anymore?
I'm hopefully going to move. I'm the only person in America that will have to leave their really nice TV behind. You know when you move?
Yeah.
There's only a few things you bring. One of them is the TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
My TV weighs 600 fucking pounds.
Yeah, you got one of the
I can't
big
move
screen
it.
ones.
Whoever gets my apartment after I'm done gets a free TV.
Why don't you just sell it? Have someone come pick it up on your way out.
Dude, I bought this TV, right? And literally the next month, the prices on all that other stuff, the flat screens dropped drastically, and everyone went out and got them. It was still at that ridiculous price where it was like $10,000 for a 32-inch or whatever it was.
Every 3 months, do you have to go in the back and adjust your red, green, and yellow mirror in the back.
It's a really nice picture tube TV, but it weighs like 500 pounds. It took 2 gorillas to roll it into my apartment.
It's like one of the biggest picture tube TVs they made
at the time.
And picture tube, they weigh a ton.
It's like 45 inch or something like that.
I'm not even moving a lot of my stuff. Bed goes with me. Non-boogerized couch goes.
Yeah.
And after that, everything else is being given away.
Like what?
I have a huge wooden wall unit that is real wood, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. This thing comes in. It covers an entire wall in any room. The length of the wall. Big TV goes in it. The glass cabinets for your electronics and knick-knack and bric-a-brac.
Bric-a-brac.
And all that shit's staying. My huge behemoth headboard for my bed, which is also wood.
Yeah.
I went through this phase where I finally was able to buy furniture, and I bought the biggest, hugest wooden furniture things. It's got sliding things, this huge mirror above it. It's one of those things where you're having sex and you got to look at your face going, nah, nah. When you look in the mirror, that's gotta go. Big wooden things. Don't want them anymore.
I want to see Anthony's headboard just to see if there's the stain from the Italian male head because Anthony likes to be fisted.
The secret's out.
Hey, speaking of my Super Bowl party, I want to thank E-Rock. He came over with a cooler of food.
I heard that. That's very nice of E-Rock.
And a case of beer. You didn't think I was going to have food or something?
You didn't have a dresser till several months ago.
What kind of beer did you bring?
Yingling. They were all out of Guinness, the place I went, so.
How about Bud? Was there Budweiser there?
Wait, you went from Guinness to Yingling or whatever the hell it's called? That's a big drop-off.
Yeah.
That's
is
better than
Yingling
Bud.
like a dark... What is Yingling?
It's a lager.
It's a fake Guinness, or is it...
No, it's
right,
nowhere
it's a
near.
lager?
It's like an amber. It's just kind of a slightly darker beer.
You know what? It's either... here are the 3 levels of beerdom. There's Budweiser. That's as low as you should go. I'm not saying I love Budweiser. I could drink that shit forever. Love it.
Yeah.
But that's like the bottom rung. You shouldn't come with anything cheaper than Budweiser. Then up in the middle area, you got your Sam Adams. I like their variety. I like the lager. Good stuff. And then up a little further is your Guinness. But you need the widget.
Right.
You know, it can't just be the bottled Guinness.
Danny brought over
pretty much it.
A bottle of red wine. He goes, I don't know if this is good or not.
Opie's kind of knows his wines. What was
and
it?
I whispered to myself, well, it's not.
Was it from the Boone's Farm or Orchard?
I don't even
going to say orchard.
I don't even think you went to a liquor
shoot
store.
Grape arrows at your mouth.
I don't even think you went to a liquor store. I'm convinced it was a rewrap.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
of course it was.
It was a rewrap.
Some of Fareed's wine.
I got a confession to make though. I'm actually a very nice guy in my real life. Thank you.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, you're a gem.
And your real life is between 7 p.m. and 7:15? What do you consider?
Yeah. I'm a sweetheart, I gotta tell you.
Why? Were you eating a lot of E-Rock's buffalo wings?
I'm a sweetheart, and I'll explain right now.
All right.
Alrighty.
Which will make me the biggest asshole on the planet. E-Rock.
Oh, the face he just made.
E-Rock,
It's like he was smiling, and then he just goes, oh, no, this is about
E-Rock,
me.
I got a confession to make.
Oh, no.
You came in with the cooler, right? And the wings. You hear me whispering a lot. You call me whispering to Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about how you needed to get all the blue cheese with the chicken bone that was left in your plate. That's not what I'm getting at.
God.
It really was.
Was he using the bone as a simple tool to dig up the...
It was like watching a picking and he soaked something up with a fucking biscuit.
That's not what I'm getting at. He actually came in with wings, which was very nice, and he slaved in the kitchen. Like
you made them yourself?
Like Mr. Mom. Yeah, they weren't even prepared. He cooked them fresh and everything. Right?
I'd have felt good if somebody just brought like boxes of the wings you throw in the oven.
Dude, it was like he was a domestic woman. He even walked out with an apron and a black eye. I don't know where it came from.
And we were, no joke, we were so close to knocking the tray of wings out of your hand.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out if I could get away with it in my own place, and I couldn't go there. I'm kind of bummed at myself.
Do you have a little name for them? Because a lot of people, if they make their own wings, you can't just call them buffalo wings. They got to be like E-Rock's rockin' hot super wings.
Come on.
No
name.
You don't name them?
E-Rock
chicken wings.
But the wings were a big hit, right?
Yeah, everybody liked them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you thought.
Oh, no, what
do you mean?
fuck?
The people didn't taste bad. I didn't have any.
Did I have any, E-Rock?
I didn't see you eat any. You said you did, but I didn't see you eat any.
But Opie's known for eating healthy foods.
No, but I'm also known to not be a freak about
On
it.
the weekends,
and I'll have a chicken wing.
Super Bowl Sunday, you'll have a chicken wing.
You'll have a
right.
chip.
But I did tell you I had the wings, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
I didn't think you did.
Guys, did you guys have any of the wings?
Wait, they're all shit.
Nathaniel said no.
Every one of them is
Travis said
shaking their head no.
Danny said no. Actually,
who else was there?
Nathaniel is copping to one wing, right? That's fair enough.
No,
he
none.
Said,
I didn't have
none.
He goes, I didn't have one. He goes, not one.
How many of the boys said they had your wings there, E-Rock?
I didn't ask, but there was a couple other people at the party that I did see eating the wings.
Well, didn't you want... Okay, then he must have had a whole bunch of them left over.
How many were left over?
I don't know. They're in your fridge. There's like one or two Tupperware things full.
But you looked at it. It looked like, they were enjoying the wings, right? Be honest. They looked like they were a hit, right?
I guess so, yes.
Oh, no, I can't sit in for this.
Why? The wings were a hit, eh? That's cool.
Well, and this is where I'm a dick. This is where, like, my brain fights with itself. Because I am a nice guy, but then I have to point out stuff that is horrific.
Oh, no.
Did you notice that you were being distracted a few times during the game? People were drawing your attention somewhere else?
No.
Oh, they were good then, which is perfect.
What, like asking questions?
Just making sure that he wasn't going to turn to his left and look into the kitchen when...
What's an example? Like, hey, E-Rock.
Whatever.
What do you think?
I don't know. It wasn't my job. It was kind of their job to kind of distract him.
Say something like that would get him his attention.
Yeah, well...
Whose wrestling tights are these?
Yeah. While they were distracting him, so he wouldn't look to the left into my kitchen...
Yeah.
Lindsay and I are quickly taking wings and throwing them away real fast, so it looked like people were eating his wings because we wanted him to.
No.
We wanted him to feel like he was fitting in.
Whoa.
And people were enjoying the food he brought up.
You won't even look at Eric.
God.
Ope won't even look. You were throwing Hawk's wings out.
Just so
he slaved over a hot stove,
just so he would get the feeling that people were eating his food.
He brought a cooler
because no one was eating the wings. I mean, he said a few of the other people were. They really weren't. Maybe one or two.
Oh, Jesus Christ, don't say that.
And we looked at the tray. It was like, wow, no one is touching these things. And I kind of felt bad, like, oh, my God, E-Rock slaved over these wings. He's trying to fit in. So as he was not looking in the kitchen,
my God, this is horrible.
We would quickly open the oven, and I was taking, like, paper towels and grabbing 3 and throwing them away real fast.
Oh, my God. So you're saying that he hurt his back carrying a cooler from wherever he lives, and nobody liked his food?
I don't know if they just didn't want the wings, and I thought he would feel bad if all of a sudden, like, after slaving, for an hour, that the tray was pretty much filled to the top, except for the ones he ate.
What else was available to eat?
Well, apparently nothing, because I got phone messages saying that Ope said there was going to be food, and yeah, there really isn't. I hope you're bringing the wings.
Who left you those phone messages?
Oh, Danny. I have him on the phone.
So why are they laughing hysterically in the other studio?
Danny did a little recon. He was forward recon and scoped out the apartment and realized there wasn't any food.
No,
Danny, what did he have?
No, you're buying into it too, Anthony. The fact is, there was plenty of food.
What kind of food?
They were fucking with him.
First of all, it was actually Travis. Oops, sorry, it was actually Travis that left the message for him. But no, there was food there. There was chili, a bunch of pizzas, chili.
Oh, okay.
Chips.
The pizzas came after I was already there.
That's true.
Well, we weren't gonna. We ordered them around halftime.
Well, chips
like
and
everyone else
dips one
does.
thing, but the food.
There was.
Yeah, but pizza.
My food was chili. That was good.
There was chili and
cheeses and stuff.
Yeah, we cut up cheese and pepperoni, and there was nuts and pretzels and chips.
The big 8-foot hero.
No, bunch of cheese. Broke back party.
There was enough food for everybody, and enough beer, right?
Oh, plenty.
Yeah. The beer is very important. But
so they were the ones fucking with E-Rock, saying, playing off the fact that I didn't have anything the last party I had. So I was like, oh my God,
so
he
bring
has nothing.
Plenty of wings.
So he brought the wings. He cooked them
out.
Yeah, and that's
but he worked on them.
We were feeling bad. We didn't want him to see a tray filled with wings. So we figured, if there was a lot missing, people were enjoying something that he prepared with his own little hands.
So you wanted them to feel better So then you decide to tell him this in front of 2 countries.
Right. You wanted him to feel good for a matter of hours.
I acknowledged that. I said I have a problem in my brain where I fight.
And this was after
the good and evil fight all the time in my head. I'm like, I know I'm a nice guy, so I'm going to do this for him. We're going to throw some wings out so he doesn't notice that no one was eating
Throw away his food.
Kind of like picking up the football for a retarded boy.
Right.
And helping him cross the finish line.
Changing his crappy diaper.
That's right. And tell him it's okay he seizured.
And then he went to the bathroom once, and we're like, quick, we can get rid of 5 more. It was just the whole thing we were doing during the whole game.
Honestly, Eric, were you deep down kind of like feeling like the cock of the walk? Like, the old wings are a hit.
No.
No, but bones and all. I don't even see any scraps.
No, but on the way home, I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? I didn't get ragged too much. There's going to be something tomorrow that they know that I don't, that I'm going to get.
You're paranoid.
He had the my wings.
Like, I don't have a reason
stretch.
to be.
How you doing? Pretty good. Enjoying the game. The wings are a hit.
The wings are a hit.
Brought the wings.
They ate them so fast, I didn't even see any red stuff on their fingers.
That's right.
They eat them whole.
And then the rickety computer chair, fucking Nathaniel writes a note reserved for E-Rock. It was the worst chair, not even close. Like, it wasn't even close. I had a couple nice, a comfortable couch and a few lounge chairs.
Terrible, man.
And this rickety thing that the back barely stays on it was reserved for E-Rock.
So you thought your wings were a hit, and it didn't strike you as odd that one garbage bag had 75 animals around it.
I didn't even
you were
say
walking
it.
out.
Yes, Nathaniel.
And the fact that E-Rock actually ended up on your hearth. He was on your fireplace the whole night.
Sitting on the fireplace?
The slab.
Yeah, the slab in front of the
cold
fireplace.
granite slab?
Yeah.
Just eating wings that nobody else will touch. Just a lonely man eating his own concoction.
And lapping up the blue cheese with the bone. That made us laugh pretty hard.
That's right.
You love those creamy
What was that line
spreads.
you had? Come to Ope's party, relax, and be judged?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was...
Down,
That's the motto
be
for
judged.
Opie's party, yes.
I truly...
Is that it? Sit down, relax, be judged?
I truly love Nathaniel's sarcasm. He's the greatest. Like, all of a sudden, like, it's near the end of the night, and I go, guys, by the way, Lindsay and I have been keeping track of how many beers you've been drinking, and that's when he came up with this line. He goes, can't we just come over here and not be judged? No. Ever.
Do you know right now there's just the screeching of seagulls as they're diving onto the dump, grabbing your wings, flying off with them?
They're ignoring everything else except for that one. They can't believe some asshole threw out perfectly good wings.
All these wings. And just diving on them.
And I knew these guys were coming over, so I tried to hide some stuff that would be uncomfortable.
What, valuable? Oh, I thought you
just uncomfortable.
What, your fucking check stubs? Why are there 2 commas in this one? I don't have any commas in mine.
Well, it was a good month. What can I tell you?
Shit.
See, that was a good line. Now I'm playing Voss. But then they discovered that there's a very, very uncomfortable picture in my apartment that I forgot to get rid of that now I have to throw on the website, unfortunately. I was trying to avoid this.
What is it?
Go ahead. I don't give a shit.
Well, this is some amusement park ride. It's called the Slingshot. Is that correct?
You know, it's those, yeah.
Oh, I've seen that where they pull you up.
Yeah, this one is where they pull you up in a harness from the ground. They get you, I don't know, well over 100 feet, I would have to say. And then you pull the ripcord, and then it's free fall.
You feel like you're flying over the ground.
Well,
really.
that's terrific. But before that, it's total fear if you're like me and hate heights, and you're dropping, and you're convinced you're going to hit the sand, and then at the last second it swings out.
Thank God they don't take a picture at a certain point of that ride.
Yeah, you probably look like a real asshole.
Right.
They had a big laugh at the picture. It's brutal.
Is it prominently displayed?
It's just can only be described as they captured pure fear on my face.
What do you have it on a wall?
It's just
it was in a frame, nicely positioned right behind the couch.
Last time I saw that face was when you were on a cell phone in August of 2002. Well, me and Dummy sipped iced lattes. No idea what was coming.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah. Who's that?
He's talking to Bob. It's got to be good.
Yeah, these guys discovered
maybe a pay increase.
These guys discovered the picture, and all I could think in my head was, "Oh shit, forgot to hide that one."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all have those photos.
So now I'll bring it in tomorrow, and we'll get it on the website, I guess.
Oh, good.
There's a great picture of Open Kinnison, which really annoyed me. I was very jealous. He's fucking 6 years old.
Opie, I know.
Oh, boy, were you rapeable when you were fucking a younger gentleman. Holy shit. It's not even a gay thing. You were just sexless. You were just a blonde-haired, fuckable creature. I don't care what you look like. Ellen, just a young, spry Ellen.
I have acid-washed jeans on. That's how long that was.
That's a great shot.
And a sweater that is obviously a Christmas sweater.
It was an awful.
Should have been a Dateline crew at your house every day.
No kidding. No kidding. All right, well, we should take a break. We got Jim Gaffigan, star of one of the Super Bowl ads.
Where is he?
Outside the studio. We'll talk to him next. He's got a new DVD out called Beyond the Pale. And it's terrific. And he thanks us on the DVD, doesn't he?
All three of us?
No.
Wait, what do you mean, though?
Sophie and Anthony.
Yeah.
But, guys, I want to be thanked.
Geez, they really paled him up for that cover.
They sure
Let me see.
It looks a little overexposed. You can't. It looks like a white cover. You could barely see him.
But why is he holding a white spoon and wearing a white T-shirt? That makes it more pale.
It's the whole pale thing, yeah.
Why doesn't he spell it right?
Playing it up.
We'll go to break. This is the last day we're accepting Emily Stern remixes.
Oh, that's it, huh?
And then we're going to give the whole, I don't know, stack of crap to the boys, and they're gonna pick the top 10, I guess. And we'll end that bit finally, okay?
Goody.
So today's the last day we get the Emily Stern remixes in from the fans. I checked out 27 over the weekend that came in. There's like 3 that are worth playing. I thought this one was worth a laugh as we go to break.
You put my vagina in, you put my vagina out, you put my vagina in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put my breasts in, you put my breasts out, you put my tits in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put my ass in, you put my ass out, you put my ass in, and then you shake it all about. Why are you spitting on me?
It's shameless plug time. Dave from New York, what's going on?
Yo, Opie, went to your brother's restaurant last night, on Friday night.
Yeah.
It was really good, man.
I'm hearing rave reviews. I'm hearing that the food is great. I still haven't eaten there myself because I went before the Islander Ranger game. He wasn't ready to serve for the first time, so I'm actually going to be there this weekend.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I was expecting it to be like a bar, and I brought my wife down there, and it was a really nice-looking place, like really nice decorated, like... I was like, I just know what I was expecting, but this is better because I brought my wife down there.
No, he's been in the business his entire life, so, I mean, he's taking this very seriously. We remodeled the whole place. It's the real deal.
Does he serve steak?
Absolutely, yeah.
What's the name of the restaurant?
F.H. Riley's, in honor of my dad who passed.
Yeah,
his initials were F.H., and then Riley's one of our nieces, so F.H. Riley's in Huntington, 400 New York Avenue. The food was great?
Food was great. The appetizers were unbelievable, and dinner was great. Everything was awesome.
He had a great weekend. I want to thank all the pests that went there, man, because the place was mobbed Friday and Saturday night. Mobbed.
Yeah, it was hopping on Friday for sure.
It's becoming a scene already. It's unbelievable. Some people were turned away because it was mobbed. If you want to go early, that might be your best bet on Friday and Saturday.
Out in front with Opie standing there, thumb up, thumb down.
Not yet.
No.
We'll get to that point, though. We just need people in the door at this point. But there's a lot of confusion.
You're not getting on with that. You're not getting in with that shirt on.
Can you imagine I start playing that dumb game?
Jacket only.
Yeah, but really fast, there's some confusion there because the whole family is pretty much working at the place. My brother-in-law is behind the bar, Fish. Go in and say hi to Fish. And then there's a guy walking around, an older guy in a tuxedo, and people are like, what the hell's going on? One guy goes, the food was great, I had a great time, but it's kind of schizo because you got an old guy in a tuxedo, and then you got a dude in a Pantera shirt. What the hell's going on in this joint? The old guy, he's not even that old, is Fish's father, and he does magic tricks.
All right.
But he blows your mind with what he can do. His sleight of hand is amazing. So
Eddie.
That's the guy that's wearing the tux because there was some confusion on the websites. All right. Hey, Dave, thanks for supporting us. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Have a good day.
If you really like the food, tell your friends.
I will, definitely, for sure.
All right. It's F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue in Huntington. That's our joint, and we're pretty proud of it. Jim Gaffigan in studio. He had to wait outside for an hour. We apologize for that,
I
Jim.
like waiting. It's fun out there.
It sucks out there.
Just a pisser, isn't it?
It's cool. It's good for the self-esteem.
Yeah, we knock you down a little bit.
You feel important. You're like, wow.
We knock you down a little bit, and then you're like, I really better perform when I get in there, or they might not even invite me back next time.
Yeah, now you're pointing at me. I guess I have to be funny.
No.
Yeah, mic's on and go.
He was, a star of one of the Super Bowl ads last night.
Credit.
That was one of the ones I liked, by the way, especially when you put the glove on. That was
that was good. That was a dirty glove too.
Yeah, I understand that. It was one of the better ones. I thought in general the commercials were. Who cares?
Really? I don't know. There was one where there was that girl, the woman that was trying to get out of her seat on an airplane. She ended up on that guy's lap.
Yeah,
I thought that was
pretty funny. But we were kind of bummed how the one commercial where the girl gets just knocked out on the football field.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that one.
Oh, my God. They were playing football, a friendly game, and the boyfriend just takes her out as she catches the ball.
Tag football, and he just fucking tackles her brutally.
Just destroys her and slams her down the ground. I don't even know what the commercial was for.
Bud Light, I think.
Was it a Bud Light commercial? And then they had to play it safe, and at the end of the game, he's like at the bar, like, kind of proud of himself that he took his own girlfriend out, and she comes from nowhere and blind tackles him back. It's like, why didn't you just leave it how it was?
Because, Opie...
See, we like the meanness of things.
But you can't be mean to a woman. You can't be mean to a woman in a commercial. It's not nice. It's not nice, Opie.
It's not nice. It ain't right.
I did a show once called Fuggliest Rock Stars for MTV, one of those clip shows. We thought it was going to be a hit. I just...
It had to be at least 2 episodes. In
that was nominated for an Emmy, right?
It was really good.
Yeah.
I just commented on it. And I pointed out, I'm like, why are these all male? Why are there no female rock stars to trash? And they're like, well, that'd be kind of mean.
Yeah.
But the show's called Fugly Rock Stars.
Of course it is.
Like, that's what I don't get. They sort of want to go into the edgy stuff, but
they don't.
They want to be safe when they do it.
It's got to be just men, because it's not mean to talk about girls.
Well, I bet that guy from, what's his name, Hal Sparks, I bet he had a lot of funny, witty things.
Hal's always good on those clip shows. Boy, did he hate me on the Tough Crowd. We did Tough Crowd together. He hated me.
Yes, you pulled me.
I gave the old slam the door trick while I asked him a question.
I love this gag, and how could anyone not laugh if it's pulled on you?
Oh, he was a little bitch about it. In the dressing room, you've done Tough Crowd. In the dressing room, you get, there's like all of us would sit around, and so I would get someone started. I'd stand by the door and say, so what are you doing on the road lately? And as soon as they start to get like a full head of steam, I slam the door and walk out. So in mid-sentence, they're just cut off. Of course, Stephen Colbert fucking loved it because he's funny.
Yeah.
Jeff Garland got mildly annoyed, but Hal Sparks was hot under the collar. Oh, that's funny. That's good to do. People you don't know. Oh, what a baby. Shut up.
Some fun.
Yeah, sorry I'm not commenting on a hairdo on VH1, you fucking douche.
Maybe fake faggot. Isn't he on that gay show?
I think so, yeah. I think he's straight, though.
I'm laughing because Matt in Arizona has something for Jim Gaffigan. Matt, what's up?
Hey, guys. I was just mentioning I saw Gaffigan a month ago in Arizona, and his description is definitely like Phil Simms on a bender.
What was it, a month ago?
He says you look like Phil Simms on a bender, though.
I thought it was Boomer Esiason. Phil Simms.
Oh, you got the Boomer in you, yeah.
A little Boomer.
And the Phil Simms. And what was
or Carl Mecklenburg, if you're from Denver.
Who's that?
No.
Yeah, you girls don't know football.
No.
Can you go to the instant feedback? Someone had something on, here it is. Ask Jim Gaffigan about the Pale Man cartoon he played on Conan a few nights ago. It was hilarious. That was Pat from Menaki, by the way.
Pale Force, it's this animated thing we do on Conan where we fight crime with our paleness and we shoot lasers from our nipples. You could be on there, OP.
I'll take a spot on Conan any time.
There you go.
I'll play an extra. I'll just be in the background.
I'd like to be on Conan.
You're not pale enough.
But I want to be for other reasons. I want to just sit down and talk to him.
I'm still getting used to you with hair. It's
coming off. It's creepy. It's coming off.
No, you really need to keep the hair.
I swear to God, I was going to grow either a mullet or a rat tail.
A mullet would be great.
Do a mullet.
Your hair grows very quickly.
I know.
You should go for the mohawk for a little bit.
Yeah, do the mohawk. Just come in with a mohawk tomorrow.
Do something, where
I don't know how to cut a mohawk. I never did.
Or do a Mr. T. Just something stupid.
I don't know how to do that.
Just do a Mr. T or something just really stupid. Just leave like this big chunk above your ear and nothing else.
Just patches.
Yeah, that could be good.
Walk around drooling.
Old cancer head.
During the break, we were talking to Jim Gaffigan, and first of all, we got to congratulate you. You're a father.
I am a father.
So we were talking about that a little bit.
They do that on the comedy circuit and Letterman and stuff. And Leno, when you say that, I'm a new father. Just wanted to thank you.
The irony is that I'm a priest. I don't have kids. Hey, what the zing zang?
But you were saying that fatherhood is tough work.
It is hard. It's impossible. But people treat you differently when you're holding a newborn, especially in strip clubs. Hey, what the zing zang? No, it is hard. It's like they're always I got 2 under 2 years old.
Oh, you got 2 kids.
So you're one of those.
It's like living with orangutans. They're just always pooing, and I'm trying to check my MySpace account thing, and they're like sitting there like changing poopies.
They're just blowing up your spot.
You totally get immune to the poopies, though. You're like, well,
I hear you.
It's not that bad.
Which one was unplanned? To have them that close
I'm married
together?
to a Catholic girl, so they're all
could be any time.
There's nothing planned.
It was the old Irish twins thing, right? Just get right back on the horse.
Oh,
it's a lot of chaos.
I got a brother who's barely a year younger than me. I'm like, Mom, what were you thinking? Seriously.
It is.
You give birth and you have to sit out of the game for what, 4 or 5 weeks, right?
I think it's hard to get pregnant before 6 months.
After you have a kid?
Supposedly, particularly if you're breastfeeding.
It's Jim with his baby.
Oh yeah, there's me and my baby.
Very nice.
What is that from? Is that from my website?
It's not from your MySpace account because you're not going to get chicks. You're not going to get chicks with pictures like that.
Well, I'm not doing. I do actually.
Do you actually use MySpace for the real reason?
I do. I don't know what is the.
How
real
many
reason.
friends do you have?
I don't have that many. I don't have that many.
No, I'm up to. How many are you up to, Jimmy?
I'm over 14, I think.
14,000?
Bitch, I got like 12.5.
I got like 10.
Jimmy's running away with checks. I sent out a few checks. I told you people get a $50 check.
Is there a picture of my daughter there?
Wait a minute, you got 10,000 friends, Jim.
Oh,
10,000, but compared to everyone else, that's
compared
nothing.
to Dane?
Yeah, Dane's got all. Dane actually has like half of South America. That's who he had to start naming countries.
But now, do you respond to every message? I sit there and I respond to every message, and it's like I'm like I got to write some jokes.
I have 4,500
How are you
emails.
supposed to do anything? What?
4,500 emails. I have.
You have.
That you haven't answered?
I answer them, but I can't get to all of them.
That's what I mean.
I go like if I take a week off or something like that, and there's just pages, I'll answer. I'll go to like every 3rd or 5th page, and then 4 pages. Boom, just completely deleted. You lost the lottery.
Oh, really?
And then I'll answer the 5th page.
Yeah,
and then 4 more pages. Boom, out the window, not even a look. And then the 5th page.
But those are people you could be adding onto your friend thing. That's why you're behind Jimmy.
I get every friend.
Oh, okay.
So everybody that applies to be my friend, I ding, 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 ding.
And you
ding,
are
ding.
friends with them,
Yes.
too.
Apparently, good friend.
Very friend.
If they're on the 5th page, you're a good buddy.
I know them all. They're
right.
like family. I don't even call them friends. It's my family.
Yeah, they're really family.
They are my MySpace family. I have all African Americans up on my top 8 for
you do? Wow,
for
you're
Black
open-minded.
History Month.
Yep.
And but now I'm finding out they're not really black people because they're white people that just put black people on
Really?
there. Yeah, because it's like Mr. T and who else do I have? Denzel or something? Or I don't
Mike
know.
Tyson.
One of them's a cartoon.
Well, the what's his name? The black guy from Family Guy.
From Family Guy. Yeah, Mike Tyson. I don't think that's the
Dave
real
Chappelle.
Mike Tyson.
Well, he's definitely a big MySpace player.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I see him on there.
I could see him trying to work
keyboard.
the HTML code to put pictures in.
Okay, BR.
I want to try to get some pictures of me back in my glory days. So what do I do? How do I do this code? Enter, go to, space. What do I do? The P with the little line. Oh, fuck this. He's got monitors with fist prints in them piled up outside his house.
Let's go to Anthony in Jersey. Anthony.
Yo.
What's up, Anthony?
What's going on? Just want to thank you guys for turning me on to MySpace.
Oh, you didn't know about MySpace until we started talking about it?
What?
You didn't know about until we started?
I know. I never.
Shut up.
I don't know. I don't.
No one
not
cares.
I just go up there, bring my food, check my mail, pay
What-
my bills. But I gotta say though, I do like the little Photoshop jam. The little kid says, "I love you this much," with no arms.
So what do you
why
use
did
the
you decide
MySpace
to finally
for?
do that? Was it because of that?
Wait, say it again.
I said, why do
There's
you
a lot
use
on
the
there. I'm not
MySpace
sure
for?
I'm going to be able to get it all.
I just got off MySpace yesterday.
No,
Yeah,
but what do you use
I'm
the
about to say,
MySpace
how many times have you
for?
done it?
Any program?
Right.
Anthony, answer the question. We got to move on.
All right, say it again. 'Cause I'm driving the truck.
I said, what do you use the MySpace for?
Friends.
What did I go on it for?
No, why are you not
why do you use the
without
MySpace?
two friends?
I can't hear you. All you guys are
Oh,
talking.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
Listen, why
How many
did you
friends
not
do you got
five
up
times?
in your,
Did you not
Are you
decide
trying
to
to
go
pick up
back?
girls or what?
No.
Then I go. No, I went on there to see, check it out to get the O&A.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm saying when you upload
You put
pictures,
on any
do you
video
find
on
that
there?
it's got because
a lot
of
of
the
people
picked up
are doing
girls
that.
with the MySpace.
Sound
thing.
video.
Hey Jim, are you going to be at Comedy Cellar Thursday?
Yes.
All right, Anthony, thanks.
Hey, listen, I had to use.
Shut up.
We don't care.
No one
Now,
cares.
guy, what are you saying? Bore.
We're a little loopy today, Jim.
Jesus Christ.
Super Bowl parties went a little late last night.
We got to do double talk one day.
Oh, that's what we were doing.
But no. Double talk
I know.
is. Oh yeah. I guess it is kind
No,
of.
don't even explain it, because I know what you're saying.
No, but it's real conversations.
I know. We used to do it in restaurants to the waiters.
Oh.
Beyond hilarious.
Yeah.
The best was Rob Cullen at it, a writer. We would do it. Him and Dice would do it to a salesperson.
How was it done?
It's when two people talk to somebody. Opal talk to you, then I'll talk to you. But we're both having legitimate discussions, and you have to look at one, and whoever you look at, the other guy just keeps telling a story.
So hard to do. I've had that just happen without people trying to be idiots. Like, they're just, that's how they're trying to carry on a conversation.
Rob Cullen was the best because they would all look at Dice because he was Dice,
Yeah.
and he would just start talking. But Rob would just keep going. And then I moved from Philadelphia, and I wanted to buy these shoes, but I wasn't too sure. And eventually, the guy just looks back at you, and Rob is still in the conversation, and then he has to pull away to go to Dice. Oh, it was really good.
It's great when it's done right.
Yes.
All right, let's.
I went through so many years of turning my head back and forth, like and trying to. But now the finger goes up now, and I go, excuse, 1 minute, I get right to you.
No one stops
this
talking.
This man
when
is
happens.
talking. And then I got to listen to two idiotic conversations.
There's a way to handle double talk, by the way.
How?
You have to make a noise.
A noise. What type of noise?
Let's go to Tampa. Con, what's up?
I'm going to try that.
Hey,
Hey.
I just want to say that.
Gone! Gone!
Not as high, not as far, not as con.
Gone!
Con.
I just want to say that.
You keep missing the target. You're gonna have to come down here, Con. You're gonna have to come down here.
All right, go ahead, Shaka.
I just want to say that my wife and I watched Jim's special, and she pissed herself on the Pop-Tart, the Hot Pocket.
Well, thank you. That's
Why don't
good.
you specify which Jim shitface? Because I was just about to say thank you. I didn't realize you were thanking the interloper Jim Gaffigan for his special.
Interloper.
I am the interloper.
Jimmy was all psyched. Someone pissed himself during his special,
but
and
apparently
it wasn't
no.
even yours.
That wasn't about me. That wasn't about Gaffigan. That was just a way to hurt me. What special? Comedy Central?
I had a Comedy Central special.
And she really peed herself?
She had to go change her pants after the Hot Pocket skit.
Might have to get that.
I wrote that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
He tasks
Thanks,
me.
Con.
He tasks me.
We should talk about the new DVD.
It
Admiral.
is a special DVD.
Jim Gaffigan, Beyond the Pale. The cover, I think they made you a little extra pale.
Yeah, they
No,
whitened you
that's
up
true.
a little bit.
They whitened you up just
That
a
is
little
how
bit.
pale I
I
am.
think that's been photoshopped.
Just a little bit. You can
I'm
barely
pale.
see Jim in the white background.
Yeah.
I'm pale.
With the white background.
And you're eating some type of vanilla stuff with
I'm
a
having-
white spoon.
porridge.
Porridge.
I'm having some porridge.
Where do you get that? Is there a porridge shop?
I don't
Manhattan?
know.
No one's opening up a porridge store.
Is that oatmeal? Is porridge oatmeal?
There's the
I don't know.
porridge Nazi.
Yeah.
He doesn't yell at people. He just serves porridge and kills Jews.
Norton laughs the loudest.
Of course he does.
He loves. He crosses the line and he's like, "Oh, I went there.
That was great.
I went there."
So what's the DVD about, Jim?
The DVD.
Apologies.
Yeah. Beyond the Pale by Jim Gaffigan.
It's magical. It's available in Walmart. I don't know. It's it's got my hour special from Comedy Central. It's actually got more. It's got the whole concert, if you will, which was like an hour and 10. And then it's got a bunch of other stuff on there, extras.
Your first stand-up spot?
My first time I ever did stand-up on there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Was that hard to look at?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's hard to even look at photographs of myself. But yeah, no, it's really awkward.
Director's commentary on that one?
No director's
You should have done that on your first one. I just suck.
It is definitely, it's wild because you see how nervous I was. Really.
Oh, how do you even do that? That should have been burned. Opie's got a tape of me and Opie, first show ever.
Wow.
And it's the first time I'm doing radio. I'm a construction worker in a radio studio. It is so fucking embarrassing to listen to.
Why?
That I can't really listen to it.
You're happy. You're like, yeah.
Like when certain parts come up, I gotta go, hey Jimmy, where are you gonna be?
I want to hear just a minute of it.
I can't.
I think he took the only copy I had out of the studio.
Yeah,
Where's the copy, Hawk?
I broke it.
Did you really take it?
I took it and I broke it.
Did you really?
Yeah, that's right. That's perfect with my personality. I do things like that.
We
all
have
the
been
time.
trying to play this tape. I can't even tell you.
I just want to hear a minute.
I can't even tell you how many
No.
times we started this thing up and we had to stop because it's so awkward.
Well, Eric will find it shortly.
I first of all am drunk because I couldn't go into the studio sober.
Yeah.
It was the first time we were invited in.
That only
my
changed
brother.
recently, by the way, Jim.
Yeah,
No joke. Like about a year and a half ago, that finally changed.
Minutes. and so I'm you got to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
That was back in the days of if I'm doing radio, I got to loosen up. And I was in there drunk, playing some song parodies with my brother. And then me and Opie would start talking about things, but I was just so happy to be there and overly trying to please.
Ew.
And like,
Ew.
that I can't even listen to it.
Well, we're going to listen right now.
No!
Just for a minute.
Just for a minute.
Come on, you've heard my stand-up. I was 3 years in. I was a disgrace.
One day we're going to do this justice, and we're going to get like a bunch of the guys in, and we're just going to do the whole thing.
Because
it's like 30 minutes.
Let's hear a minute of it.
Just a minute?
Yeah.
No.
All right, Jim Gaffigan. This goes back.
I can't look.
12 years.
It's fine.
Wow.
I can't look.
So you gotta help us out a little bit. It's 12 years ago.
I'm so eager to please.
Oh, so what? Happy to be there.
Oh, I was happy to be there.
Here we go.
Oh no.
First show we ever did. And I was a music jock.
So far, this show stinks.
And what was the name of the show?
Just Opie's Nighttime Attitude. There it is.
Long Island's best rock, WBAB Soul Asylum. Black Gold, Steve Miller, and the latest from REM.
How old
What's
are
the
you?
frequency, Kenneth,
50?
as you do the Nighttime Attitude? It's Opie aboard. Thanks for checking out the program tonight. And we got another fine show planned for you guys tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We got my pals Joe and Anthony from Rotgut live in the studio.
Opie, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Just in case people don't know who you are yet.
Yeah, well,
they are the famous.
What's wrong, Anthony?
I can't even look. I'm covering my eyes.
How you doing, man?
There's no visuals.
No,
There's
wait.
no visuals.
I don't want to look at you people. I don't want to look at. I don't want to be in the same
it gets
room.
so uncomfortable
Because it's so bad.
It's not bad though. You just said hi.
Shut up.
All you said was hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Like everything.
Just happy to be there. Over eager.
Here's what else I was
trying
doing.
to entertain.
I was just trying to make an impression, like with everything I said. I couldn't just converse. Everything had to be in a voice or a bit. So shut up,
No, I didn't
Jimmy.
say. I cleared my throat.
You said ew.
I didn't mean to.
Because I thought that if I did that, if I threw as much shit out as possible, something would catch his attention. Apparently it did.
Okay, what else, Opie? What else?
Shut up. No, I want to keep talking.
We've never gotten past this point, Anthony.
No,
Shut up for a
because I
second.
can't.
Yeah, come on. Yeah,
It's only 16 minutes long, this track. We're 30 seconds in.
Yeah.
I'm
Famous
not looking.
authors of Gun Electric Shock OJ, which you're going to do live on the show tonight.
That's right.
And you're going to do other ditties.
Yeah, other wacky, kooky stuff, baby.
Why did I do that?
Wait, because you want to please, so you're talking in impersonations. You think you was the real people.
Put on that voice?
I don't know.
What voice is that?
Who's that an impression of?
It was some kind of wacky kooky guy.
All right, hide your face again.
I don't know. I
hide
can't.
your face again.
Exactly. Because right now I'm doing an impression of someone that used to like you.
Holy crap.
Shut up.
Come on, we've only played 46 seconds.
Come on, let's hear a little bit more.
Shut up.
Hide your face over there. We're going to play a little more.
Yeah, other wacky, kooky stuff over here.
We're a little bitter. We gave Eddie Vedder the idea to do that.
Yeah, there you go. That's what someone just said. You know, they heard Pearl Jam's version of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, and they were expecting to hear the OJ version.
He sounded like he was heavily sedated.
All right, I need a ruling. I started a new bit yesterday. Celebrity Death Watch.
My bits weren't that good back in the day.
Why? That sounds great. Celebrity Death Watch?
It's not just on me.
All right, look, we've heard enough. Jim Gaffigan's in studio. We got to get plugs in for his DVD. Beyond the Pale.
Let me ask you a question. How did fucking two awful entities come together and make a positive?
I don't know how that worked.
What was the marriage like? I mean, if that, it doesn't sound like it was that bad.
It's so bad.
Did you sit there and turn to him and go, "We should do this together"?
This should go
we can get in a
to
lot
a
of trouble
major
together.
market.
After this show, I was convinced that we had something. Yes.
Wait,
I don't know.
What was the bit, though?
I don't remember. And,
Shut up.
the DVD player, it just jammed on us.
Just try for a second.
What's the gorilla joke? Tell the gorilla joke.
I don't remember it.
It was some bad gorilla joke you had.
Oh, when I first started doing comedy?
Yeah.
Oh, it was awful.
Help me.
It was my idea of like being funny was like saying that Connecticut was snooty. Like that was me being kind of clever and like upper echelon. And when they say that they don't eat, I don't remember. Hit play.
No.
You know what? You better remember it.
You better remember the joke.
It's hard.
The CD
to look
player
back
will
at the
unjam
past.
after you get the line.
I'm trying to think.
They don't. I even did it in the voice. So I was saying like in Connecticut they don't eat chunky monkey. They eat obese primate.
No, I think in my first stand-up, I had a Casey Kasem impression.
Oh, you did.
Can you do that for us?
I might.
Coming up.
Yeah, no, it was just.
I
like,
might have one on this very DVD.
It's like
this CD. I think I did one.
Hey, Eric, do an impression of someone hitting play, or I'm going to do an impression of someone throwing a phone at you.
No. That no.
This bit is
that
so
CD.
hacky
from it.
and
So what?
awful.
It's years
That
ago.
CD should be underneath a pile of Iraq's wings.
That'll go into the Radio Hall of Fame.
Let's hear it.
It's 12 years ago.
Go ahead.
I started a new bit yesterday. Celebrity Death Watch.
Right, yep.
All right, you might have heard this last night. Monday, Jessica Tandy,
hold on. I got one defense out of this whole thing. Some of this is my brother and not
That
me.
was Joe going,
Yeah.
Okay.
And my brother sounds a lot like me, especially on this tape.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I think everything said was my brother on this.
Okay.
I talked with Opie off the mic, and that was what the impression, that he got that I might have worked out.
No big deal.
So none of what you hear on this is me.
I heard raw talent that fine night.
Raw talent.
I want to hear this new bit. Yeah, that's good. It's actually
Shut
not
up,
that bad.
Jimmy. It is awful.
Believe me. It's considering it was like you weren't a radio guy. It was like, it's not great, but it's not awful.
I'm not. I was a construction worker in a radio studio, scared. I was scared.
It's not that
okay,
bad.
You were scared.
I'm scared, right? I was scared. Is that what you want to hear?
Last night. Monday, Jessica Tandy, the old broad from Driving Miss Daisy, died.
Hey, I'll take that contract. How old was she?
It's 85.
Was that you, Ant?
Yeah, I'll admit to that.
Where you said I'll take that contract?
I would. 85.
Right.
Sure.
Drop dead. That's nice. It's a nice age.
There you go.
All right.
85. Oh, please. Anyways, I don't know about you, but I've always been under the celebrities die in threes, basically. Always, right? So it's the Celebrity Death Watch. I guarantee 2 more prominent celebrities will die before October 1st. So we're just waiting and watching. George Burns in the hospital the other day.
It was a close call. Very close call.
But he got out of it.
Yeah.
98
I
years.
can't even.
Who wants to
talk,
hear a George
dude.
Burns impression, everyone?
I'd love
is
to
it
hear
coming
one.
up?
Please, anyone do George Burns in the house?
I did a George Burns impression.
No, you didn't. I don't believe it.
Dude, I'm throwing you under the bus to save myself because this is so uncomfortable, man.
Why?
It's just
No,
so uncomfortable
There's no
to hear
impression.
yourself.
No one does George Burns.
It was not only George Burns. It was George Burns singing
Get the Funk Out
by Extreme.
By Extreme.
Well, let's
no, let's not.
Let's hear it.
Why can't we just put this?
Why can't we have some fun with Jim Gaffigan?
Why?
It's not like he's here every day.
You know, Jim is here, and he's promoting. What do we got?
Oh, he's promoting Beyond the Pale. Beyond the Pale, his new DVD.
We can hear this. Let's hear this.
Oh, God.
Come on, George Burns.
Oh, God.
No, and why can't I talk?
Like
I got like constant laryngitis.
You're a nervous Nelly.
I'm talking like this. I can't really. Was it maybe the smoking?
Smoking and
the can I keep like the stream
liquor.
of consciousness talking?
Jimmy, he's climbing over the console of the push play.
Do that naked.
How many minutes left in the show? Oh, 4 minutes left in the show. What a shame.
98 years old. He has like his brain is swelling.
He pulled out.
And he pulled out of it. I was like, darn.
I always wanted to see George Burns singing.
Can you rewind 5 seconds? Please? Hold on, Aunt B. Could you fucking... I want John Boy to rewind 5... John Boy Walton and Anthony Show. Can you rewind 5 seconds?
I used to do the best George Burns impression.
Well, he...
No, I quite
not remembering.
I want to hear. I want to hear the fuck. I want to hear I want to hear the expression of exasperation. Just for a second, can you replay that?
Holy shit!
Let's see if anybody catches this.
Hey, man, this is 12 years before Satellite Radio.
Well, okay, so how old are you now? 18. All right, so you were 6.
Right,
that explains that comment.
And he pulled out of it. I was like, darn.
I always wanted.
I was like,
shut up, man.
Darn.
Look, I'm laughing at Jimmy. Because he is a motherfucker.
I was like, darn? When did you ever say that?
It was 12 years ago.
So
probably closer to 15.
Okay. Oh, drat.
How many minutes?
The longer it goes, yeah.
How many minutes left in the show? Oh, darn. 2.5 minutes. Jim Gaffigan is here. Beyond the Pale.
By the time the plugs get out and everything.
You got a plug, Jim? Hopefully a long one.
Plug? I don't know. Yeah, I'm doing some theater dates coming up.
Oh, let's get all of them.
Yeah, all of them, starting with...
Seattle, March 3rd. Portland, March 4th. Albany,
See
Philly.
how smart we are? He wasn't going to stop this bit. All right. We'll
People playing. Guess what we learned? Today I learned that the porridge Nazi doesn't yell. He just serves porridge and kills Jews.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
There you go.
I always wanted to see George Burns singing.
No, I didn't, by the way.
That Extreme song. If you don't like what you see here, get the funk out.
That's a great George Burns.
But he never does that. Very good. Maybe now, after he's bopped on the head. But I need a ruling. I got an obituary. Patrick O'Neill, 66. People are going, Patrick who? Now, I said it has to be a prominent celebrity.
Shut up at my grunt.
Stepford Wives, 1975. What do you think? It's on the fence. Is he prominent?
Let me see, Joe. What do you think?
I rule now. All right. So it's still 1 with 2 celebrities to go. 2 weeks from now.
2 to go.
2 to go. All right. Well, we're going to debut real fast a song from Rot Gut about the Cuban refugees.
Right. There was Billy Joel made a tribute to the Baymen.
Right.
And we figured, why not go to the other southern half of the states and make a little tribute to the Cuban boat people.
Let's check it out on the Nighttime Attitude.
There was a lot of grunting, I noticed. Like, Ant was doing like a lot of, because you weren't too sure like that it was okay to be like this is like it was like a lot of acknowledgments. Like I hear you.
Look, the end of show music.
Hate Jimmy Norton. I hate Jimmy Norton.
All right, we got out of that one alive, Anthony. I don't think the pest will remember that we even started this bit.
Hey, can George Burns remember the name of Jim Gaffigan's DVD, which is out?
Yeah. No, he can't. He's dead.
Dad, could you do it for Jim Gaffigan?
It's Beyond the Pale. Shut up.
That was good.
Oh, are they laughing at you today?
They're laughing at me.
That's right.
But unlike Chappelle, I'm not running away. Fired.
Jim Gaffigan, last word, 5 seconds.
I love you guys.
JimGaffigan.com and Jim Gaffigan on MySpace. Beyond the Pale, the new DVD. Check it out.
Program complete.